Alrighty, hey everybody, and welcome to Lost in Vivo. This is another scary game. I know I've been playing quite a few of those lately, and this one's kind of like a first-person Silent Hill. I've played it before, but it's a lot of fun, so I decided to play it again for the channel, and we're going to be going through getting 100% everything, all the extras, all of the bonuses, and all the secrets that are known of right now. I think that I know all of them, so anyway, we're going to get into it now. I hope you guys enjoy. We'll go ahead and start a new game. I think my game crashed. Alrighty, second verse, same as the first. Let's see if we have a little better luck actually getting into the game this time. Alrighty, so now I can actually start talking about it. So this is a pretty cool game. We open up here with like, you know, what's like it feels like a therapy session if it isn't directly quoted as such. And everybody is quick to mention how like the Vivo exposure therapy is like a way to get over like trauma and phobias directly related to, or a method of getting over traumas and phobias. Now we're gonna have to be walking here for a minute, so I'm gonna go ahead and start walking while I talk. We got a little pup here, pretty chill looking pup, a service animal. The Steam page says in the wiki, and playing through it, I think it's evident. This is a pretty cool little game. I enjoy it. It's a pretty cool, scary game. It's one that actually here in recent times I've enjoyed, whereas a couple of new releases and new games that I've played that are in the horror genre I haven't really liked all that much. So I'm definitely glad to get to play something that I enjoy that's a relatively new release. Well, it's not even a new release. It's kind of old now, but see, it's 2023 now, and I think this dropped in 21 or 20, maybe even 19, because I think that's the last time I saw an update for it, which included some extra levels. But anyway, here's a little missing poster for a Jane, last seen February 14th, 2007, and my dog trying to get us back on track with all the barking. Definitely nailed the creator, definitely nailed the kind of, I don't even think this is scary, I just think it's like chill. Other than getting completely wet, this would be a hell of a walk to be on. And that right there is the holy trinity of music. Jaren Christ is incredibly talented, and of course, you know, Akuma Kira, the creator of this game, is also incredibly talented. And here's like a little magazine with some, you know, weird shit going on, random, you know, the conspiracy magazines and shit. I don't know if they're popular anymore, but I know that they were really popular whenever I was younger in like the early 2000s. So, the like eye-grabbing tabloid bullshit. Raining pretty hard right now. Like I say, outside of all the hellish things we're about to experience and being drenched, I really wouldn't mind, you know, walking down the street like this, because it's pretty fucking chill. Sounds like somebody's playing music over in the houses. Yeah, this is quite the little walk here to start the game, but it's a good little tension builder. I can also appreciate that you can skip this intro on subsequent playthroughs. Oh no, there goes our dog. Poor guy. If I seem a bit insensitive there watching a dog drown, I apologize. Sorry, I'm getting reacclimated to, one, the controls, and two, the atmosphere, because I haven't played this in a little bit, but I have played it before. So there's the I'm scared fella as a little reference. I think that's pretty cool. Something I also wanted to state while we're still here pretty early on in the game is that the secrets, I haven't decided to show them as I approach them. We can whistle, and it's used to locate our dog, and it'll tell us the correct directions to go in the sewer, which is kind of nice. But anyway, I haven't decided if I'm going to show the secrets as as they appear in the game, which is I don't know, it just kills the atmosphere to show them so soon. So maybe I'll include them lump sum at the end of the video. I know that this is going to be another one of those videos that's, fairly lengthy, as you guys will be able to tell by the length of the video. Alrighty, we're out of that part of the sewer at least, and there's a little radio. I like the music it plays from afar, but whenever we get close to it, it sounds like shit. Now we can see what we have in the inventory, and this just screams the old Silent Hill games, which I think is cool. We got a game manual here, and then we got our flashlight, and the torn leash from our dog, and a key ring, and then we got a lost tape that we can play on the old what do you call them, the little tape players for extra levels. Also, this game does pull directly from your system clock for the time, and there's a few little secrets related to that, and right now it just went from 10:06 to 10:07, so that is correct in the time that it's showing. Now we got a sledgehammer, and we can continue on. I just want to take a look at it in our inventory. Yuck, a wet sledgehammer. So this game does have some combat in it, so gotta keep your head on a swivel. Alrighty, which way? Can I whistle? There we go. This game disables and re-enables the whistling at the weirdest fucking times. Including some of the bonus levels where it's not relevant. Which I think is funny. I didn't realize that this game was nearly as quiet as it was. I usually listen to music while I play games like this, but playing it now is kind of eerie. So here's like a couch and a TV. And we can read this note here. Somebody who's saying that they can't watch the TV evidently because it's busted. And so they make their own TV by putting some shit inside of it and watching all the critters come to play in it. Which is pretty fucking gross. Because I particularly don't like insects. Especially vermin kind of insects. But it's kind of weird to think that there's somebody living down here. And this guy, he's obviously impressionable because he says that some rancid thing convinced him to give his eyes to it. So I definitely am not as charitable as he is. Kind of weird and dark and dingy around here. Alright, we're gonna have an enemy show up here pretty soon, so don't get too spooked. He'll show up behind us as soon as we get about halfway down this hallway. It's that poor eyeless guy. He's pretty weak, but he died with a smile on his face, so that's cool. Yo, there's our dog. Whoops. Looked like I should have had him almost. Yeah, it's too small for us to head down there after him. There's some music kicking in. Whoa, I don't know why I'd ever want to turn the flashlight out, but that's an option. I will say, I think in this hallway it automatically turns out, which is kind of weird. Yeah, that is a thing I never understood about this. Now on my second or third playthrough, I remember thinking I fat-fingered the F button, which is the flashlight button, but it says Charon, Charon, and abandon hope. All hope abandon, ye who enter here. That's in a reference to Dante's Inferno, both of those things, which is kind of cool. Definitely is a hellish kind of area that we're headed to. Kind of weird down here. All the dark music and just weird ass sounds. I always kind of wonder with sewers like this kind of liquid that's at the bottom. I mean, you ain't gonna catch me drinking it or anything, but I kind of wonder what it's a result of. I guess I'm just kind of like a nerd for infrastructure, but anyway, we're gonna have a guy on our right here, so watch out. Very weird looking. And I've heard mixed stories. I know on a New Game Plus he can catch up with you, but I think on this regular New Game he doesn't bother following you. Like, he disappears whenever he goes down that tube. So regardless, I'm not going to wait on him. So there we go. We're headed into a dingier, more piece of shit looking area. Lots of rust. I tell you, even for a town that was as big as what we saw at the beginning of the game, this is very, very big sewers. See what the whistle says. Oh, whistle gets no response, so we'll be guessing. Lots of growling and creatures around. That looks like a big roach almost. And that thing looks like a bunch of mud. Oh well. They're behind cages, so I couldn't give a shit less about that. Some more junky mud looking monsters. There's nothing to see there, but there's this cage broke, which is probably that guy who was chasing us from earlier in that little tube that I talked about. See, this is another thing I wonder about as far as structural integrity. Like, these, ain't no way that's holding anything up. It's easy to get a little turned around here, I think. And our whistling has been disabled again. And now it's back on. Still no response from the old dog, though. I think we go down this way. Let's see what's at the end of this. I think we get our first additional weapon here. There's a eye. Yo, there is a gun. Damaged handgun, which is kind of cool. Let's take a look at it in the old inventory. Handgun. Neat. I just got through playing Gloomwood, I think it's called. What the hell's all that light down there? Ooh, I don't know what that is. Weird. I just got through playing Gloomwood, and I'm used to checking the how many bullets are in my gun by opening up the gun itself. Now that was supposed to happen. You just got a little teleport. These are your save areas in this game, so you know that's kind of cool. We can save, and these little save rooms are nice and chill. We got like a little angel looking person here, and I don't know what kind of flowers those are, but they're kind of nice. And we can keep going. Let's see. Oh, and just like that, the save room is gone. That's weird. I don't remember that happening. On the bright side, we can continue on. I thought it was going to be brighter in this direction, but I think I was wrong. We're in a place that looks a bit more inhabited, at least. Or at least I would think there would be people in a subway. Almost even if it was abandoned, like this place seems like it is. Very weird. I'm just looking to make sure I don't miss any ammo drops or any notes. And look at that. That's old Spooky from Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. That's neat. I didn't remember that being in this game. I don't know what the Omens comic is, but that's there too. Oh. Very weird. Kind of sad we was that close to our dog, and now we can't get it from that guy. A lot of people theorize that that guy's nice, but I think he's an asshole who's on that train or whatever. We got our key to get in here to call us another train. Alrighty. I like the UI in this game a lot. I like the text choices. It kind of reminds me of like a PS1 game, which is what Kira aims for a lot, but you know, I just can't sing their praises enough. They're a really good game developer. They make the most out of the people they work with too. Jaron Christ has made music for several of their games now, and they're just a phenomenal musician. We can't go to the front, which is kind of weird, where the conductor would be, but I guess that makes sense because we aren't probably supposed to be there, but it makes our guy question who's driving the train exactly. And here's the note I was looking for. Kind of weird. I like subways. I think they're kind of relaxing a little bit. Now, granted, this one, with all the screaming and the crunching and all that, really aren't that relaxing, but, you know. Oh dear, it's getting dark. I think the power goes out here. Or at least that's the inclination I was getting from it, one, getting dark, and two, us slowing down. So, man. Oh, I forgot about my flashlight. I was just wondering why I didn't, or why it was so dark. Can we go out these side doors? Yep. I think we gotta head this direction. Ooh, very, very dark. Want to make sure that I don't get jumped up on from behind, even though I don't think that you can. It's still kind of weird. I find myself looking behind myself a lot in video games. So there's a pair of shoes with a little yellow ribbon on it. Kind of weird. And here's one of the tape players I was mentioning. Now we're going to do that in just a second. I don't like the first tape because it's loud and dark, but just as soon as we save and investigate this little area, then we'll do that tape, because I think it's important to experience it as part of the story. So there's midnight for the, looks like the PS1, and see you there. So this is like a little hint that if you play this game at midnight, that you'll unlock the midnight mode, which will definitely be towards the end of this video, if not one of the very, very last things that I do in this game. This game was just chock full of secrets. It kind of reminds me of the old N64 and PS1 games that just kind of felt chock full of fun little secrets. Let's see on the map. Outdated since 1987. That sounds about right for public transit. So, the whole station is broken, huh? So it's just saying that we are going to have to briefly work as an electrician if we want our dog back. Here's another one of these. Oh, we got to reboot the whole system. So, pick that little metro key up, and now we unlock some more of the area to explore. Let's get to playing that tape though, like I promised, because like I say, it is part of the experience. It's most definitely going to get fairly loud. I'm gonna temper the audio, but in addition to it being loud, there's gonna be like some jump scares and stuff, so be ready for that. Anytime we kind of walk up to a cage door, it's gonna be like a jump scare. So like this one, or maybe we'll see him. We'll see him, I promise. Actually, where the hell am I meant to go? Oh, there we go. Well, there's some normal looking dogs, I guess. This one, of course, is called the Pound. Where the hell? Oh, here we go. We'll probably get... Is that supposed to be our dog? Oh, we need bolt cutters. It's been a little while since I played this bonus tape. And again, I really don't like this bonus tape. So I'm trying to show everything possible, but try to be brisk about it because I don't like this one. And we'll go ahead and cut this open and get our new buddy, our dog. He reminds me, he kind of looks like that fake dog pillow, where it looks like the dog is like really scared of that guy or whatever. What the hell? Where the hell's the exit? Am I being a dunce? What? Whoa, okay, this must be the exit. Neat. Alright, well, we didn't see any jump scares, and I'm kind of glad for that, because it is currently 10:22 p.m. Yeah, this one is called the Pound, so that's cool. And that's the story of how we got our pup. Some of these tapes are canon to the story, this story, and some of them aren't. Well, actually, most of them are. There's 4 tapes in the main game, and then as I understand it, 3 bonus tapes that are called the Mercis tapes. They're cool. Don't worry, we're going to be playing those ones later on, but let's see here. I don't want to miss any bullets, because we're going to need them pretty soon. We got some fighting coming up. When we go through any of these doors that still have power and light in them. Let's see here. Lots of weight loss ads down in this sewer. And we should be getting introduced to our new mechanic for this area, which are lock picking. Now, lock picking is something I don't really understand. So this door should be busted, locked from the other side. So lock picking. To lock pick, you gotta like hold the interact key, and then you have like a chance of whether or not it will unlock. So I don't think we want to go this way. I think I goofed up. I think I need to go into that Skull Shot Gaming. I have to go into this place we just unlocked to flip that switch there. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. Now, we were warned that in the dark, there are things that will attack us. And I'm going to try and show you one. Don't be too spooked. Behind us, I guess. Thought I heard the radio. Well, let's go down here anyway. I wanted to show you one in a controlled environment, but I guess you're going to have to see one live in the field, so... I guess that he don't spawn back there like I thought he did. Now, the enemies in this game, you can hear them before they make a move on you because you'll hear static. See, like I'm hearing one to like back right of me. There she is. Very weird. And whenever that one dies in particular, they turn into like a body bag looking thing. So the gimmick is to like try and get these doors opened and unlocked before the enemies get to you. It's a cool little gameplay mechanic. Unlock and get out of there. Now we're still on the run. We're not out of the woods yet, I don't think. I hear that. There she is, but I'm out of dodge. Very weird looking ghost. Now that this place is dark though, we don't have to go back there. So that's nice. We got, let's see, it's kind of hard for me to keep track of them all in addition to the starting area, but I think this is the next place that we should go. There we go. I was afraid that my game had crashed for a minute. Okay, cool. Just making sure I was in the right area, and I am. I like all of the graffiti in this part of the game. A little shotgun down here. Let's take a look at it in the old inventory. A riot police issue shotgun. Now, it warns us that it fires rock salt rounds, so it doesn't do a bunch of damage, which is true. The damage on this shotgun sucks. I think it's supposed to be good against like the ghost and supernatural enemies because the rock salt maybe, but on enemies that are more physical than anything else, it does suck. And hey, look at that. We got another tape. I can't wait to show you that one because that one's weird too. At least that one, I can play it a little bit more chill because it's not nearly as spooky as the pound one. Now, don't be afraid of that though. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I did show everything in the pound that there was to show. Not withholding the dogs coming up to the bars. I tried to, but I wasn't gonna try too hard to. So let's see. I was getting all kinds of turned around in this hallway. I like the look of this game. I thought there was some music that was supposed to be playing back here, but I guess not. Do I have my lockpick? I don't. Well, shoot. I might have to come back here. Yep, I definitely will. Alright, no big deal. Head this way. So not that way, probably this way. These hallways are getting bigger and bigger. I'm trying to keep a mental map about it as well as I can. Okay, pistol bullets, shotgun bullets. Well, I was hoping there'd be a lockpick in here or something. Yeah, that one's locked over there. Well, not this way. I guess maybe we do have to go down this parallel hallway. Nope, not that way. This way. So, there's the lockpicks at least. We got an idea where we should be going. Another thing is you don't have to really be on your toes too much right here because, you know, we've still got the light, which is cool. I like that as long as you can think about it, you can know that you're safe because of like what the game tells you, and that's, you know, to stay in like the light and shit like that. Now, we're getting close to where we have to lockpick again. I'm holding. I kind of want to see if I can show you a failure. There we go. At least that one unlocked. So there's the power. And I'll keep the shotgun equipped because, you know, the rock salt. Okay, I hear her behind us. Cool, one-shotted there. Let's get this thing unlocked and out of here. Now this place is going to be fairly dark, but I think I remember the way to go. Let's see, not this way actually. I hear that. Still dark. I didn't realize that the power outage actually extended this far. That's kind of weird. I'm gonna actually run backwards, I think, so we can see that ghost lady for a minute. Whoa, now that's eerie. She can just move through walls and shit too. Weird looking woman. Oh well. There's the notes that we've been seeing that are like actually dated and stuff. It turns out that that's like a ghost woman that had like body. I don't want to say the wrong word. If I goof it up, I'll be in a world of trouble. I think it's body dysphoria. Oh fuck! I'm already dreading saying that because I don't think that's the right word. But basically, where you see yourself in a fairly negative light that isn't really accurate to what you look like. She thought she looked fat and ugly and shit. And yep, here's another note, and she even says, "I'm so ugly. Thank you for accenting my point." Hey, look at that. There's some Ruger ammo. I'm gonna check and see how much ammo we got once I clear out these stalls. Looking safe. See how many... Oh boy, look at that. 53 shells all in all. Alrighty. I had asked a friend of mine about the Ruger, what he could tell me about it, and he said it's a fairly expensive firearm, so I'm kind of surprised to see it just abandoned down here in these subways. But yeah, he was telling me it could go for like $5,000 if it's a, you know, an original and it's fairly well taken care of, which just kind of floored me. I didn't know that. I thought that gun was a bit more mass-produced than that, but... And this is also just warning you about the ghost girl. More about the lights and the ghost girl we've been facing. I'm going to go ahead and start footing it while we had the light for a second. I think I hear her behind us. Nope. Apparently not. Let's nail her once before I try to get this door. Whoops. Whoops. I thought she overshot where I was. Never mind, I'm a dunce. I didn't realize that the door wasn't locked. She makes pretty good time. She reminds me of one of the green enemies from Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. I think Specimen 2. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played that. I'm excited to get around to playing that again. Actually, I just missed a note in that last room. I just saw it on the floor as I left, I think. Yep, right here. There we go. So that girl meets a guy who doesn't think that she looks ugly, but unfortunately she starts putting on weight in relation to a pregnancy, and she sees it as a parasite because it makes her put on weight. And hey, there's another note here. She thinks it's a parasite because it makes her look big, and she goes to like starving herself and stuff because of it, which is pretty sad. But you know, if those shoes and that train was any indication in the fact that she's a ghost now, she killed herself by throwing herself under a train. So not a whole lot we can do about it now. Alrighty, let's reset this power. Alrighty, I'm glad to see that the power stayed on at least. Image the dream. That's cool. I might put that up in my office. Man, I like the look of this gun a lot. It kind of makes you think like if you could play like the PS1 classics. What the fuck? Well, that's what you get. I think it makes you think like if you could play the PS1 classics in first person. I was about to say, we are waiting on a train, right? Man, the sound design in this game is phenomenal. Alrighty, let's get to Boot Scoot and Boogie. Now this is a different train though, so we should be seeing different notes, I would think. Let's get through that loading zone first. Yuck, I didn't see these rats on this train before. At least they're all dead. Oh hey, there we go, we got another note. But yeah, just some more, you know, self-worth, not having notes of that girl. Yuck. Yeah, I think we're just waiting to get to our destination at this point. Now, I haven't rode in a subway in a very long time, but I don't remember there being very many red and green lights like it's fucking Christmas. But then again, I guess I don't remember it being rusted and having quite this many dead rats on it, so. I kind of forget. I'm definitely not supposed to do anything here, I don't think. I'm just kind of running to and fro to fill up the time while I wait. Can take a look at this pistol in the meantime, I guess. And wait for that spooky sound to stop. Or to pick up the pace. Alrighty. And we're back in the subway. Can hear some banging. Huh. Kind of weird. I kind of forgot that there was this section of the game. You remember how some subways have beautiful chandeliers? Anyway, another blue door, another save state. Well, not a save state, but oh dear. Well, at least we got our game saved, even if we had to look at a weird bloody baby to do it. Alrighty. So we got a slippery puddle and a door here. And some chairs and stuff. And this weird looking face puzzle. And a locked door. Now, I don't think we can... Well, I guess, yeah, we can interact with these. But we don't know the solution to that puzzle yet. So we'll definitely come back to it later. Now, let's see this door. It's covered in some kind of slime with black shit in front of it. So now we head into this room, and I thought this room was kind of weird. The door feels hot. It makes me wonder what the hell could be on the other side of that. And there's a chair and nothing back there. And now we got this, looks like acid, like hydrochloric acid or something. So yep, we slip and fall and it burns us. It kind of reminds me of like whenever you fail a puzzle for like the first time because something you didn't even think of. Like from Resident Evil 7 is kind of what like I'm pointing at in particular. In like the tapes kind of puzzle. So we'll go ahead and continue. That's what the game over looks like. Whoops, that baby's back to being fucking weird. But anyway, it's that's what it reminds me of. So we'll keep the Luger out. Now we got some new enemies. These mirrors. Very, whoops, peculiar. How am I doing on health? Damn. You know, they hit me a fair bit, but It didn't do too much damage to me, which is good. And there's our body from before. Very gross. It's even grosser that we've got all those bugs in us now. There's another mirror. Dead. Let's go through this door. Alrighty. So that's ominous looking, huh? In fact, if we walk up to it, we can hit E or interact, and it says something about this train unnerves me. And it's blocking the tunnel. So we'll have to head the other way. I tried to get my gamepad to work with this game, but it wouldn't work quite right. So here's like our first indication of how to get through that locked puzzle door that we saw before. This person's head is hanging from a ceiling fan. They had killed themselves and they were staring at the floor. So now the train's... Whoa. I don't think it was supposed to move that fast, but now it's not going to move at all because it's dead. Unfortunately, the fucking shotgun sucks against that thing, or else I'd just go to town on it with that. But this is going to be a mix of pistol and melee, I think. Now I'm going to just move to strictly melee. Alrighty, that should be the last one you have to worry about for right this second, I think. Now, it's been a minute since I played, so I could 200% be wrong, but nope, we're safe for now. Well, safe for one in humongous quotations. Damn, more shotgun ammo? Sounded like a door just opened. Let's go see what's in this bathroom. Females, males. Well, let's start with the female side. Oh, hey, another note. So this is once again from the girl. She thinks that they're going to have a baby. And then here's another note. Life was too harsh. A bridge is close by. They sank in the water, gaping for the sky. So we got to look up. Because of, that's where the sky is. So right now, if you want to imagine it, we have the first one looking down and the second one looking up. So now it's only a matter of what the third one is, and with only 4 possibilities, it really isn't all that miserable if you wanted to just guess it. But we're going to see about that last note, which I believe... What the hell? So we walk out, and then it unlocks. And what do we get? We get a cool little... Whoops! We get a cool little kitchen knife. I'll show that in the inventory real quick. Oh, but there's the clinic tape. Antique knife used for preparing vegetables. Slightly rusted and feels heavier than it looks. It don't look too heavy, but I guess that's what they mean. Got 15 rounds. Now I forget, is this door? Yeah, this is broken. So we've got the trains to deal with one more time on the way back. Let's get over, or I guess through these metal things. Yeah, now that's about more accurately the speed it's supposed to go. Oh, I think my gun jammed. And now we're back to fast again. Very weird. I might try to run past the second one, because I don't really have the ammunition to try and deal with it. There is a second one, right? Huh, well, I guess there's not. Now, I'd originally thought that there was only 3, but I was keeping it open in my mind for there to be a 4th one, so that was my fault. So now we're just headed back to complete that puzzle. This area is looking grungier and grungier as we head through it. Now here's the 3rd page. Life was too harsh. They laid in the assembly with a sideways stare. So one of the two sideways. So we got one guy that needs to look up. Wait, incorrect. One guy who needs to look down. One guy who needs to look up. And then sideways. Must be the other side. And I believe that means we got the puzzle correct. A very dark hallway. Whoop. I hear my pup barking at least. So locked, right? I was getting a little turned around there for a second. So we got the Ruger ammo, lockpick set. Go ahead and refill my gun. Go ahead and unlock this lockpick. Or lock, I guess, rather. Cool. Now let's get it going. Yeah, see, that's where we were before. On the other side of that metal gate. This place is kind of dark and dreary looking. So, not this way. Can I whistle? Okay. Well, I was listening for a whistle and then the dog to bark back. So, yep, we can whistle. This pipe looks a little bit cleaner than the other pipes we've been around. Maybe it wasn't working whenever I was trying to whistle earlier because I was trying to sprint and whistle. And I should have knocked on wood because now this pipe looks fucking gross. I wonder what all these growths are inside of this pipe. Surely ain't like dirt or dents. And I don't think that there's anything to see in any of these little alcoves, but I'm still going to look in them just in case. Ooh, a U-turn. And again, this place always makes me think, like, I wonder what these pipes are used to transport exactly. You know, if it's waste or... And if it is waste, if it's like residential waste or if it's industrial waste, or... Of course, they're not going to be transporting anything with how rusty they are. Can't be anything too important as transporting if it's got that much damn rust on it. Alrighty. So now we gotta... I believe we get faced with our next enemy type here. Whoops. Yep. The slug. My gun jammed again. Shoot. They're just these ugly looking slug things. Whoops. Hey, I won't lie, that kind of spooked me a little bit. I need to see how I'm doing on HP, because these guys, if you ain't careful, will end up killing you out of nowhere. Okay, let's head this way. Whoops, that one was an insta-kill. Not used to that. And this ceiling's flaking. Gross. Whoops. Jam. There we go. Have to switch to the sledgehammer, since these guys seem to be like physical things. Failed. Just give that another shot. Pick broken. Now that's supposed to happen. Then like you turn around to leave and then boom, the door opens. So that's kind of cool. Then we just continue on. And we got, you know, a little save area with a red light over it. Looking weird for sure. And it's looking a little bit more volatile than the average save point. And save has been erased. Good. Glad to hear that. Just a little trick. Oh, hey, look. And then there's another note by that girl saying how ugly this guy's been calling her because now she's pregnant and put on weight. This woman, she can't catch a break between herself and people. And there's a monster. I go ahead and lay into him. Ooh. It's been a pretty tough fight. Two titans going head to head. That sucks. We died. Now, I understand it seems I'm pretty empathetic there to what was going on, but that's because it's supposed to happen so that we can have this experience here. That guy's unkillable, and it only takes one time of wasting your ammo and everything to its entirety to learn that lesson the hard way. But now here's another, like a little therapy session, this time between, the girl that, the little ghost girl that we've been following, and her story anyway, and another therapist. And so this guy says he's going to refill her medication as an answer to that, and I'm going to just go ahead and save. So instead of a therapeutic attempt, instead they're trying for medicine, and that is the same note as before. Now we get to go through this area, and this time fairly dark. Now this little area we're headed to is kind of weird. So we've got like two tunnels that we can go down, and we can pick the left or the right one. Now I'm going to pick the right one first off, but the right ones, well, everybody and their mother talks about their lore theories into what these things mean. But if we go down the right ones, we get confronted with enemies, and we'll get confronted with more and more enemies until we get killed by that giant worm thing from earlier, and we're just simply not able to escape. So we went down this hallway, we get teleported back to here, and we're at the same thing. Now if you're dense like me, you'll just keep going down the right side, but if you know what you're doing, like I had to look this part up, you'll actually just go to the left. And in the left side, it's actually the way you're supposed to go. And I guess maybe you could confirm that with the green light and the little nice sound or whatever. But I guess this is supposed to be representative of the ghost girl kind of like overcoming her shit. There's like, you can see that picture that before was like a nice photograph of this girl or whatever is now like, doesn't look good, and people say that it's like a so before it was an image of like what she thinks that she should look like, and so if you go down that way and pursue that, then you're only facing enemies. But if you go down this way, which is like an actual version of yourself and kind of how you look, not necessarily as in like a dark gray paley thing, but this is like how you think that you look. And it's kind of like making these two realities meet, where you realize that this one here is impossible to overcome, and then this one here is like what you actually are, and you have to come to terms with. Like right now, you think that you look like a monster. And sorry, I wanted to talk there for a minute so I could listen to that music. I liked it. Also, just one last little side note I want to mention. Look, it's the mirror guys, kind of. Now, of course, it's not them, but it's these two mirrors. I'm glad I got to listen to that whole song. I really like that song a lot. And now we get to go down this way, and we get rewarded with a cool sound and some more bullets for our Ruger, the pistol. And then we're back in this room, and once again, this caricature of a person we understand is impossible to reach, and this, who is you, or not you as in the player, but you as in the person trying to overcome this mental illness, I guess you would call it, where you see yourself as not what you are, starting to understand that they, I guess, look okay. They're just kind of not infatuated with, but hyper obsessed with what they look like. And there we go. Now look at that. That's a chandelier now. I never noticed that until now. Sometimes what I like about Let's Play is that whenever you can play games like this, you can come back and see things that you'd never saw before. So you've got like some options here. We're going to do the incorrect one first. So you got like a bunch of little set pieces, and you got an apple here, and we got to exit. So the incorrect answers are to one, leave, which I'm not going to show that one specifically. Second one is to eat. Now look at that. You've got like these bars, and so you wouldn't be able to leave. And then you've got this mirror you can't do anything with, and then you've got the option to puke. So I'm gonna go ahead and puke, and then we can continue on further. And now we've got the red room. So, you know, whoops, we got guys behind us I didn't realize. Actually eat the apple, and then these bars might be able to tell because they're kind of shimmering, or you can actually go through them. They're just, you know, figments of your imagination. So just, you know, it's just as easy as that. And we should get another little ding and some more Ruger ammunition. We're doing good on ammo now. It's a shame that shotgun kind of sucks, but... And then you just gotta show that you know what you was doing, eat it again, and leave it. Now this, I believe, is in terms, or in relation to like the dieting. So we saw a lot of dieting ads and stuff, and of course, I believe it's, let's see, we're gonna say bulimic, I think it's called, is where you eat and then you purge yourself into, you know, so that you were able to eat, but then you throw up. And that's what this is about, where you think that the only option is to eat healthy, or to eat, I guess, and then to throw up, and that's the only way to leave. Or your other option is anorexia, which is to go through without eating, which is also a failure. So then, as a result, the only thing to do is to have what you think is impossible as a healthy lifestyle, and that's to eat and then walk through and live a life normally. So just like that, we, you know, solved another part of the puzzle successfully, and we get another, this time, shotgun. Let's see how we're doing on the shotgun. 30 bullets, not bad, and 27 in the Ruger. I guess we gotta do this puzzle one more time, but that's okay. I gotta hear that sweet radio tune one more time. And thankfully, the last puzzle that we have to do in this area, we only have to do one time, I believe, which is good because I don't like the puzzle very much. Well, it isn't even a puzzle. So now we've got a bathroom with a baby, and you could do a bunch of different stuff. You can leave and leave it here. You can shoot or hit it, which will kill it. That's so far the last thing I want to do. Or you can like take it with you. And it's kind of weird because it doesn't show up in your inventory, which I want to show here and now, which I thought was weird. And then thankfully that's the last, I don't know if you could call it a puzzle, but puzzle. And then we got a train coming in. And we got a ghost woman who stopped it for us, thankfully. Because we almost ate shit. But I guess you got to kind of ask yourself how you ever ended up on that train, in front of that train to begin with, huh? So, pretty cool. This door, I believe, is locked. And there's this place going down. There's part of our dog's torn leash, so we at least know that we're headed in the right direction. Oh, well, you know, right direction with quotations. I really wish we could just grab our dog and get the hell out of here, but it seems like we're headed further and further into hell to get our dog back. Which, I totally understand. You ain't hearing me dissing a brother going to hell and back for his dog. You just hearing me bitch along the way because it would suck. I can appreciate that they made this part of the game long for traversing so that you could hear some of the music and maybe have it kind of hit you that last area that we were in. So this is another set of notes, this time in reference to somebody who is paranoid. This, as I understand it, is a character that so this is for sure, we won't see this character in the game, but something that is kind of cool is that is in relation to a character that was cut from the game, and I think that's kind of neat that we would have seen them being paranoid and stuff, and I guess they were going to talk to you and shit in this little area, but that ended up not making it into the final cut of the game. So there's a door there that's locked. Let's go this direction first. Whoa, this place just is dark and weird. So we can climb this ladder. Very eerie, and you can hear your hands pretty much, or maybe your feet on every step. So you hear that. It's what looks like our dog, but it's a little bit more segmented than our dog that I remember. Let's get a little closer. Whoa. And then we shoot him. But this guy, he doesn't stay dead. He just kind of warps away from you and then starts his little chase again. So I want to make sure that I don't miss whatever direction we have to go. I think we're headed the right way. Yay, there we go. Got an emblem, the beetle emblem, and a key, the Mon-Axis key. I was a little bit apprehensive at first that this wasn't quite the right way to go, but I'm glad it turns out that it is. So whoa, we killed that guy. Very neat. So now we can just head back to the ladder and climb up and move on from this area. Very weird. I'd say, not that I dislike about it, but the one thing that makes my hair stand on end in this area is it really feels like you're walking through this area. Like whenever my feet hit the, I think this is stone, whenever my feet hit the stone, it definitely feels like my IRL feet are hitting the stone. So I'm going to take the map, and then I want to show this little note off, and then I'm going to go in here and save, and then I'll show you the second tape. The second tape, come on man, I thought we was done with the baby gimmick. The second tape is a little bit different than the first one. This one, of course, if you don't remember, is called The Clinic, and that's where it takes place at. Alrighty, so don't be too spooked. Things don't really jump out at you or anything here. Now we've got like these rooms, and we're coming up on a ghost room here pretty soon. Now the ghost rooms are interesting. So you're in it, and they're these rooms that have the red, right? And they're, I think, only in the tapes. I don't want to, say that they aren't. But anyway, so they're red orbs, and if you look at them, you'll be able to hear what they're saying. And there's like a little closed caption of what they're saying. So this guy, of course, saying he's not sick. Which is kind of nice, because I thought that whenever I had played this the last time, I had no idea how you were supposed to be able to tell what they were saying, because I just got on top of it, and I was like, I can't hear this guy, and then you have to look at it, and this guy says, why am I here? So this is obviously, this place seems like it's a fairly crooked clinic. Let me out, because these people don't want to be here, and it seems like they're being held here against their will. The first time I ever played this game, I think I got lost in this area coming up. Let's see, I definitely don't want to get lost before I even end up in that place. What's this guy say? Let me out. Whoa. The lens flare kind of spooked me for a minute. Now, is this not the way I just was? Why am I here? Yeah. Okay, my apologies. I got all tipsy turned around. No wonder whenever I said I was lost, that should have been a warning to get my head out of my ass. But now we head, let's see, this way? No, this is a dead end. The clinic particularly is hard to navigate, in my opinion. Even though it's linear, I'm sure if Kira heard me say that, they'd be pretty upset. So, something's wrong with them. This is another one of those parts of the game that I don't really understand. I don't feel like it holds any significance to anything. And Kira said that the only thing that has any relation to the lore and Lost in Vivo as a whole is the first tape, I believe. If that's not true, it will pop up on the screen now, but I believe the first tape is the only one that's canon to Lost in Vivo. Everything else, I believe, extends into their extended universe, but I'm gonna be looking into that for a future lore video. I'm pretty excited to knock out the Kiraverse, so I'm really impressed with all of Kira's games. So we're gonna get ready to fall, so get ready for that, and then we'll be in a room full of weird looking people. Now they don't attack you, but they're odd looking, and they're all around you, and then that's how the tape ends. So that's pretty peculiar, I guess. Very weird. But hey, at least now that's over with. So, tapes. Oh god, I don't remember what tape. Oh yeah, I do. Tapes 3 and 4 aren't quite as... I don't know if you'd call them weird, because they're definitely weird. I promise you that. But they're not... I think they're more interesting. I'm not really the biggest fans of 1 and 2, but like all the rest of the tapes kind of knock it out of the park, except for maybe 4. I don't really like 4, but... Okay, so this is... Okay, I just had to think it out in my head. So we've already been here before. This is just down a hallway that we hadn't been yet. And so that down there, we can't go that way because it's caved in. So I got it in my mind, I believe, where we're supposed to be going. Be on the lookout for that dog mimic. Don't want to get jumped by him. Alrighty, eat lead. That door's locked. How about this door? Oh, hey, well, you know, there's another emblem. The bomb emblem. And another note. So this guy reclused himself from the world to stay safe from the monsters above, but seems like even down here, perhaps it's in his mind, perhaps it's not, but he's also surrounded by monsters, because I don't know if you're supposed to take things like the dog mimic very literally. And I mean, as far as that's concerned, I don't know if you're supposed to take anything in this game very literally. Oh, I hear that guy behind me. Shame he had to aggro whenever I was ready to leave. We're pretty close. All we gotta do is one more emblem and then we can get out of here. I didn't realize, I thought that the caves felt a little longer than this the first time that I ever played them, but I guess I'm kind of making really good time. Now this is a particularly long ladder to have to climb down. I wonder what somewhere like this cave is used for too. Well, it's a mine, so I imagine that they were mining for some kind of a mineral, but I guess it just makes me wonder what kind of mineral they'd be mining for. Maybe like cobalt or sulfur. Watch out. I hate when my gun jams. So that way is probably a dead end. That way is probably a dead end. What about over here? Broken. Well, shoot. Wait. No, this has got a latch. You can kind of ballpark the ones with the latches will actually let you in them. And there's the last emblem we need and another note. Again, this guy, well, the notes in general, but the guy in this second set of notes anyway, is particularly parroting of himself, where it feels like he's just saying the same things over and over and over again. So, my first playthrough, I didn't realize that it said that the shotgun was loaded with that rock salt, and it felt to me like it was loaded with fucking gummy worms, because it didn't hurt for shit. And now look at that, we're being followed by that spooky ass dog mimic. Don't get too hung up on him being behind us, because sure, he can hit us and stuff like that, but actually what you want to look at is what's going to be in front of us. So there's a little monster that just popped up on screen for a split second, and we're going to be seeing more of them soon. But my first time playing, I was too focused on that guy to even see him, and it wasn't until I saw somebody mention that you can see him this early in the game that I ever noticed that he was there. So I just thought that was cool. Now we got all our emblems in: the moon, a beetle, and a bomb. And we got Nezumi testing and some Ruger bullets, and we can continue on. So we're in somewhere that looks like it should be more inhabited than where we've been before. We got a map now and some doctor's notes, or maybe scientists you might want to call them. They're working on rodents, so that's kind of interesting. And we got our first normal save area in a little bit. And we can start investigating these little rooms. Now we got a locked room over there, so we'll be picking some locks before too long. And we can enter these rooms because they got handles on them. So, a bunch of broken ass computers. Well, that's spooky. I don't remember somebody trying to handle the last time I played. So, there's like this guy who, Doctor, let's see, Piccinini? Oh boy, I'm gonna butcher the fuck out of that. How about Dr. P? That sounds cool. I can deal with Dr. P. He's creating something from his dreams, and I can kind of relate because my dreams are kind of spooky too. But he's bringing them to life, and so we got another note here by Dr. P. and so a bunch of rats. He's got a lot to say about these fucking rats. He's obsessed with them. Now we can open these containers, and there's the rats, not from the train, but the same rat, I believe, JPEG from the train. So that's kind of neat. I was thinking about that as I talked about it, because I had mentioned that I'd never remembered seeing those rats on the train. So it's cool to look at it now. Whoops, here's some monsters. It's cool to look at it now and, think that maybe those rats are related in some way. That you see that you have references of this character that has to do with the rats long before the mines. So I don't know. It's just cool. I mean, you do have it anyway, because the same thing that Dr. P is talking about and shit is this this same monster that took that hobo's eyes at the beginning of the game. So it's just cool. Anyway, Dr. Brundle does not like what Dr. P has been working on. This is basically what he's saying. Here's a little weird looking doll head. Now, I forget. I think that shows up in our inventory. But, hey, what do you know? There it is. A small doll head made out of porcelain. And you can hear something rattling in it. I'm glad that I decided to check those freezers, because I had a hard time finding that doll head my first time playing, because I didn't check the freezers. And we got some more monsters. There we go. They're dead. Let's read this note. Ooh, from Dr. Brundle. He's telling me, well, he's telling me. I read it in first person. The Dr. P is telling us Dr. Brundle about, you know, his personal project that he's been working on. I thought those might be notes. And, hey, well, you know, here's another note. I can appreciate that the logs were made on very, professional, very official Nezumi testing paper. Another note from Dr. P. So, Sotiris is like this thing that Dr. P has been working on. And that's like what we've been seeing and hearing about since, well, kind of like the beginning of the game. He's not so significant that he plays that big a role in the story that, like, it's not like a Sixth Sense kind of reveal, but you know, Sotiris has been in the game since the you know, very beginning. Man, this place is awful weird looking. So we got little rat, almost looks like human hybrids, but it's just rats, I believe. And here's another note from Dr. P saying that Sotiris kind of likes these rats. He's very friendly with them. And then we'll go ahead and put that porcelain head in here, and we can twist it, and as we do, the audio becomes more compressed and our vision fucks up a little bit more until it finally breaks, and then we get a lockpick set from in there. Now we have to be careful because outside of here just became way more deadly. Dr. Brundle. So thanks to Dr. P's success, they got to get the fuck out of here. And take a look at this little picture. This is, well, I don't know the best way to show it off because of the bloom, but it's actually subject or experiment number 8 from Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. So that's kind of cool to see it, you know, referenced here in this game. So we gotta be ready. This is a little deadly out here. We're headed to lockpick that door. That's just our little mission, if you want to think of it like that. I don't remember where that locked door is at, though, so we're kind of winging it. Hey, what do you know? There we go. We're headed for Dr. Brundle's room. Oh, we're about to get jumped. Never mind. I thought he was a little bit closer than he was. There's some rats eating this guy. Poor guy. The eyes have been eaten. What the hell? I don't remember that. So Dr. Brundle can't get out of here. The halls are full of those little fucking things. And they won't let Brundle out of here. So now you can see in the bottom left we have like these weird debug Unity messages coming up. First time I played this, I of course thought my game broke, but now we can pick up, whoa, we can pick up this guy, but he's really heavy. Hopefully, there we go. So now it works a little bit better. So now we got tons of fucking error messages in the bottom left, excuse me, and we have this new eyeless body in our inventory. So it's kind of neat. And we gotta watch out again because these things apparently come out of the mist and get ya. Whoops. Do I want to go this way? I don't need to save. Let's see what my HP is at. Nah, we're alright with not saving for a minute. Another monster probably coming up here. Nope. There he is. Whoops, another one. That guy's dead at least. So now then, we can head this way, which is towards a retinal scanner that you would think you would have to use Dr. Brundle's body for, but it's now been open. And of course, you know, Dr. Brundle had his eyes eaten out, so. But anyway, Well, it seems like we're out of that fresh hell. Whoa, I won't lie, that kind of spooked me. I always forget about that part. It always spooks me. Hey, you can lean down and pet your dog. That's cool. So we got another note here from Dr. Brundle about Dr. P who attacked him and shit. This door here is gonna flood our dog down there, so get ready. It's gonna be like a little jump scare. I guess we have to open it a couple times. Coming open. And of course, just as soon as we found our dog, he's flooded down this thing. And something I think is kind of interesting about this. So it says you can't go down here, you won't fit. And of course you would kind of think just by looking at it that, whoops, it really fucked up the controls there for me for a second. You don't want to go down there, don't want to go down there, can't go down here. So there's this room, right? Which is this, like, kind of, you know, room that was waterlogged from before, right? If you want to think about it like that. So anyway, now you have the option to crawl inside after so many times, and you gotta like kind of weasel your way in here. And I got my flashlight on. This water is very gross. So I'm gonna definitely get lost down here because this is only my second time ever coming down this direction. This is, I guess you would call it a secret. You know, you may not know about it, and it's not like a shortcut. It's just an alternative path through the game that you wouldn't know about unless like you kind of, you know, experience it here and now. But anyway, there's something down here that I wanted to show you. What the hell is that? Alright, I'm getting all kinds of turned around, topsy-turvied. Hey, there it is. So, look at this thing that's come floating around. A big fucking rat. Look at how big that son of a bitch is compared to you. It's just kind of neat. And I mean, it's such a stupid... I don't even want to call it a secret, but it is secret. Maybe the better way to look at it is a secret, but it's a stupid secret. But yeah, it's kind of cool. What does it want me to open? It's not real. Oh. Well, that's news to me. Oh boy, I can't equip my weapon? What? I don't remember this direction being as peculiar as it is. Huh. Whoa, there's that fucking big-ass rat again. Damn. I don't really know what to say about it. It doesn't really hold any significance, I don't think. It's just a weird fucking thing. And I don't remember there being this many interactables while you're down here either. Like that fake door. I guess that was only in your head. And I knew that the giant-ass rat was down here, of course. But, so, I do remember this direction being significantly longer. Whoops, and then it seems like it sounded like the floor fell out from underneath of us. Anyway, so this floor or this area is identical to that flooded room that we was just in before. So that there would have been the entrance, I believe, and then this here is like the exit to the other side. So that door is locked. I couldn't remember if we'd used our lockpick or not. And another fridge with nothing in it. Hey, look, there's the lockpick. All our inventory is full. Oh boy. Well, we dropped Dr. Brundle. And we picked up the lockpick set. Poor guy. Oh well. So now we can unlock this door. Hopefully. Failed. See, that's what I'm saying about these. It's so weird. Sometimes they fail and sometimes they succeed. I don't know if it's like a 50-50 or if it's scripted or another Ruger clip. this door is broken. So it's kind of useless, but there's Dr. Brundle. What the fuck? I like how it just stops the music all at once. And here's another Dr. Brundle note. He says Dr. P's pet is guarding the exit. So we gotta be on the lookout for that fella. And now we just saved again. Now we can continue forward. Alrighty, big open area for now. And I'll go ahead and show what we're doing here. We gotta get an eye for a retinal scan. So that's our objective. If you want to lock that down in your head. And look, there's that weird looking dude from the mods. Now, I don't remember that being his first animation, but that is a cool one. I think his name is Solaris or Sotiris or whatever. And he's got like a little robe over him, like an ancient Roman or a priest or something. He looks so cool. But anyway, he'll move if you don't look at him. I don't know. You probably have to like not look at him for a second, but I'm really trying not to eat shit and die to him. But he will teleport if you stare at him for too long. So I just want to kind of, even though I know we just saved, I want to go ahead and save while we're here, just in case we happen to eat it between A and B. I know over-saving is a bit of a cancer, but anyway, got to keep our eyes out. So it isn't like super penalizing. Sotiris is like spawns or anything. Like I don't think he'll necessarily like spawn in a way that where he's like behind you and he's super I don't know what you would call it. Unfair. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Unfair. But it has been a little while since I played. Now we just got our neck snapped. I just lost already. How embarrassing is that? Now, I just want to talk here because this is a non-traditional game over screen. So for this area in particular, rats, which I don't know that we'll get to see because we're underneath of a table right now. But rats will gradually show up around you and come to eat you because, you know, Sotiris is kind of like this, you know, king of rats or whatever. He's got some kind of connection or communion with the rats. It's not really like clear or anything, I don't think. But, you know, what is clear is that these rats are interested in your eyes and your body and your mind. The only thing they aren't interested in is your heart. They don't even get to know you before they eat you, which is kind of sad. But anyway, we can at least whistle there at the end. And something cool about this game over is you don't get your eyes in the game over, which is so fucking weird. And I'm glad that we saved. That's what I was talking about. Now, of course, if we die a couple times, I'll cut all of that out. But for the first one anyway, I figure I'd just leave it in. I gotta be careful because whoops, there he is. Gotta keep our eyes on him. I'm trying to be a little bit more vigilant than I was before about him. So now we investigate this meat pile, and there's nothing in there, which I believe means that it will force the eye to spawn in another meat pile, which is elsewhere, or it might just have the potential to spawn in that other meat pile regardless. So I'm getting a little nervous because yep, there he is. I was like, I haven't seen him in a minute. Oh, he's already moved. He's already hot on the trot. Oh boy, what if we just get into this corner? Now, something else about Sotiris is that he if you get close to him, just get close to him, he'll attack you. So like if I walk and I'm still looking at him right now, and I walk into him, he'll instant kill me. So it doesn't matter if you're not looking at him and he gets too close, or if you're looking at him and he gets too close, you'll still die. So anyway, we got that eye, so we can at least make an attempt to leave. But of course, like I did before, we're gonna go ahead and just save real quick. I know it's stupid. I know that seeing the save rooms are dumb. I believe that eye texture is actually used later in the game, and I kind of want to point it out whenever it is used, because it's kind of peculiar. I think I'm headed the dead-ass wrong direction. There he is. So I would like you to despawn, I think. Oh yeah, another cool thing, that eye follows you wherever you go, which is so fucking weird. And it don't matter if you shoot him or anything, because I guess he's made of metal or something. So anyway, I'm hoping if I stare at him long enough, he will eventually move. Well, let's go down this way, I guess. No, we can't, because there's only 2 holes to enter. Let's see. Let's try to squeeze by him. Oh boy. Alright, well, Sotiris, I'm sorry you had to be a scrub, but, you know, sometimes there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. Alrighty. I don't remember what area is next, and I'm hoping that we don't get a crash. Alrighty. Gamble big. Escalators. Come on. Oh my god. I think the game crashed again. Oh shit. I was just thinking of what transition I was gonna do for that in the edit, but hey, we got lucky, ? And it didn't crash, so. Anyway, we're headed up now. See how many shotgun shells I got. Oh, easy. Here's the knife. Very fast. Damn. Shame I ain't been using that. I don't really like the knife. I just wanted to play with a shotgun for a minute. Damn, I guess this one kind of swings fast too. I need to quit manually clicking. I need to start holding it, I guess. Man, this elevator ride's a lot longer than I remember it being. I like the Ruger because it's good against most enemies. Or at least enemies that are, you know, weak to like physical stuff. And now look at that. We've got the lovely old credits rolling. So it's kind of neat. I hope you guys enjoyed Lost in Vivo. It was a pretty fun game. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I, enjoyed it playing it for you. Get another knockout game by Kira. Super talented video game creator. And actually, the Sotiris guy. Kira did like a Ouija board kind of demon summoning and actually got Sotiris to do the 3D art in this game. Super cool. And of course, I've already talked about these characters quite a bit. We've got, Kira, Jaren Christ, and Nolan Reese, who made the music. All talented characters. I almost said fellas, but of course Kira identifies as, they, them. And textures and lighting not lightning, were made by GL Labs, which stands for Generic Labs, from Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion. I had a hand in the motion capture personally, which is something that you may not even know, that I got to do. And then the blood was done by Higgly Wiggly, personal friend of mine also. So it's kind of cool that he was able to come in on this project and do the blood himself. Also, just as a little dev note here, you get to see the time is late. So it is actually fairly late. And now we've got the savior of rats, Sotiris. Shout out to him one more time. Whoa, and down goes the elevator. Pretty creepy. Whoops, I'm throwing up roaches. The need for eyes is unquenchable. Oh my. I'm throwing up more roaches. This is getting out of hand. This is kind of spooky. Hunger. Very weird. And there's Soteris right there hanging on to our shit, dude. So weird. He won't kill you though, so. Whoops. Anyway, we made it to wherever we were going, up or down or left or right or whatever. And now it almost looks like we're back in those fucking hallways where we started. And let's see, do I want to save first? Not yet. Let's do the bonus room, then we'll save. Alrighty, so we're in a little chiller looking room. We've got a brand new map. This room is kind of nice. I wouldn't mind living in this room. Another image, the dream, and a picture of a dog, and another note. Now this note is from earlier in the game, so it kind of makes you say, boy, what the hell. And then we'll go ahead and save in our nice blue room because we're getting ready to start one of the final phases of the game. One of the final phases of the game. And it's kind of, not like a gauntlet, but it's a little, I don't really know what you'd call it. Boss battle, I guess? Boss puzzle battle? Now then, let me get my bearings here real quick. And I kind of forgot that I had a flashlight for a minute, but that's good that I have it. So we can flip this, and it will electrify that water. Can I turn it off? Well, I hope that wasn't a one-time use. Okay, there we go. Nope. And then we've got this arena. And it's kind of big and open. I do want to look back here, I think. Right? Wrong. Incorrect. And we've got a note here. So these are spooky stories for kids, right? And they tell these stories that give you a hint for how you're supposed to fight the upcoming boss. Again, it's like a little puzzly kind of guy. And then we got this thing here. It's titled in the game as Your Brain. So once again, it's a character that seems to struggle with self-worth, but I guess you can solve it with a shotgun. Now, you can kill that in one swing with a sledgehammer, so I guess the shotgun sucks so much dick against physical enemies that it's literally like less than one swing from a sledgehammer. So there's a little roach dropped by that dude we saw on the train, and it's coming down. And it transforms into whatever the hell that thing is. And we need to hurry up and make our way to where we can flick this power. Though your vision becomes distorted as they get closer, and you can flick the power while they're on top of it, again in relation to that thing that we just read. And that guy will actually get shocked by that water and that electric water. So, yeah, he sucks. Whoops, not that way. Alrighty. So, which way is it now? That's Rusted Shot. How about this door? Ho ho hum. Here's another note, another spooky story for kids. This time, it gives you a hint about kind of like what to expect. Oh, hey, look, here's our brain again, and he'll give us some more wisdom.
You're getting better. Does doing this even have a purpose?
I'll tell you, I would be really upset to hear that my brain was British. Alrighty, so the controls are a little bit different here. Whoa, hold up. Okay, I thought we had a shadow. So anyway, this area, we can hit space to bark, and we get a whistle in return. So it's kind of like the beginning of the game, but in reverse, if you want to think about it like that. So, something I didn't think about, let me listen. Okay, something I didn't think about until I had heard somebody mention it is that, you know, if you think about it, you're the dog, right? You're playing as the dog in quotations. If you didn't think about it, you sit up fairly high. Now, of course, it's a story element, and then in addition to that, it's a story element for one, and it's also a gameplay mechanic, because you don't want to sit that close to the floor. That'd be very uncomfortable to sit that close to the floor and, you know, control this character. Again, now we're in tank controls, by the way, if you wonder why it kind of looks so weird now, to turn and shit. Anyway, but I never noticed that until I had heard somebody mention it, that your, you know, character that you're playing as now sits up fairly high off the ground. Man, it's so weird to get turned down these hallways. And I can't remember, but I think that this is the same layout as the first part of the game that you're in, maybe without like the graffiti. But it's got like the same twists and turns from the beginning of the game. Now I can't attest to that, so don't take that for fact, but I think that that's true. Okay, we're headed left. But on the bright side, we don't have to worry about getting jump scared here or anything. I'll tell you that for a fact, so that's cool. Let's see. Oh, here's this hallway. So this is a little different, I guess, and now it looks like we're on the other side of that room, and so my dog wouldn't be doing that, so I'm going to go ahead and flood that room, because it's like meant to make you think that your dog is in that room, but, you know, of course it isn't. It's the monster that's hunting us, and he's going to turn around like a bitch, and it's blocked. That was an easy little section to do. Very straightforward, at least. So now those two doors are red and this one is white. I'm not too good at this next area, so I hope that you aren't too embarrassed by watching me attempt it. So, of course, we got to break a brain before anything too evil happens. And I also have to be able to find the brain first, so don't get too worried yet, because it's going to be a minute before we encounter the boss. This is the restroom. Good, I've been looking for that. Man, somebody took that very literally in that chair. Well, shoot, I went the wrong daggone way. Like I say, it's so super easy to get lost here, I think. Let's see, those grates are locked. How about... This ain't the way we just came from, I don't think. No, we're good. This is the right way. So then we head down here. I hope we get our children's note so we can read the hint. Oh, hey, congrats to me. I got lost. If I get lost one more time, I'll cut it out. Pinky promise. So let's go right. Yep. We're on the right track now. So there is our brain. Let's read this note. Spooky stories for kids 3. So we gotta drop something on some beast's head.
I'm your identity. I'm your crutch. You used to cling to me like a parasite. I know you better than anyone, and I know you're weak. You'll come right back.
Well, I can appreciate your input, but you're incorrect. So, now then, he's behind us. I don't know if that cage rustling was much of an indication, but he will be up our asses shortly. So we got to run down here. Whoa, I didn't think he'd be that close. And we got to get ready to drop this grate on his head. There we go. Whoops. Okay, so we're gonna have to do that one more time. That's okay though. That's not like a failure, a huge failure or anything. It's just you just have to deal a certain amount of damage until it will actually kill him. So, like I say, not too big a deal. We're just gonna have to do it one more time. So we'll bring him in, bait him in. There we go. Now he's dead. Very weird looking fella. And I'll bring out my knife to kill this this little second guy. So his head explodes and this creature comes out. Little note about this guy, he deals pitiful damage, like 1 damage at a time. But I can't be having disrespect in my house, so I gotta kill him. And so it's kind of weird. It looks like this thing is, well, maybe it's in its death throes. No, it's looking at you. Oh my goodness, is that true? Oh my god, it does still look at you. That's so creepy, I never noticed that. Even in death, it's looking at you, so. Anyway, that guy's dead at least. That's, I think the only real boss of the game. I'm pretty sure. And, fuck, I got turned around again. That's like the only boss of the game. And we just kicked his ass, so that's pretty cool. The first time I ever fought him, like where I dropped that stuff on his head and I knew that's what you had to do, and you drop that stuff on his head, man, I want to say, I used the shotgun on him, and man, what a fucking chore that was. Alrighty. So then, we got Rue Grandma, and so what? Can we go through the store? I won't lie to you, if we don't go through the store, I don't remember what we're supposed to do. Well, at least that's what we had to do, was go through the door, so. Now we got another grate to fall down, or I guess be jump scared with and then fall down. So, caution. Left or right? Make your choice, live or die. We will go right. I like how clean this side looks. Well, there's that. And then there's that. So we can leave and get another ending, which I will show in the endings part of this video. But for now, we gotta save our dog, so. And no man left behind. We're getting the good ending first. Okie dokie. Nothing that way. I think we gotta keep going down, so. That is the direction we'll head, is further down, further into hell, further towards this noise. Sounds like a fucking fax machine. Whoops, there's a big roach. Those guys we are gonna have to fight, so. Now that one's a big roach, but not a huge roach, so we don't have to worry about him. Whoa. Yep, there's another roach. These guys, maybe they don't have radio, which is interesting. They do move really fast, I think, so I'm trying to kill them before they start their, like, running animations. Because then they just become annoying to deal with. I didn't even realize there was one behind me. Usually those guys are really annoying. I'm surprised that they aren't now. Okay, well, at least we're out of that part specifically. So now we got to get ready for this final gauntlet. So we're gonna go ahead and save our game one. I think this will be like the last time in the main game that we'll save. So now then we can go through the door and get started. So you can kind of hear the radio, I guess. Man, I'm not able to hit those guys. I kind of wish I had a crosshair, but you know, I understand not having one. So these guys have a weird sort of sound to them, and you can kind of tell whenever they're close and stuff. That guy, well, that was the head of the siren-ish guy that we had before. Oops, I just tried to open that door and he turned into a pile of moving shit. And then we've got this thing here. Did we lock the door? No. And then if we hit yes, glass breaks, but there's not any indication that anything breaks. And it's not like a hidden or a secret or anything. It's just confusing. Man, this gun is jamming a lot right now. Might want to switch over to the shotgun. I don't know if these guys are considered little ghosty goos or what, but they aren't nearly as accurate with their attacks as I remember them being. I remember them being kind of deathly accurate. So, 100 HP. This door is locked. Meat fan. I almost said meat spin. Shit. Okay, more monsters. Okay, that time he nailed me. About 11 HP. Alright, let's get the Ruger out. Oh, I gotta reload. I'm surely getting low on health. These guys in particular, I get kind of greedy with just trying to get through this area fast, and I get penalized for it, of course, because I don't manage my health well enough. Of course, if you haven't been able to garner it, there's automatic regeneration in this game. There's no, like, med kits or anything, which I can appreciate. So, one more room full of enemies with these gross-looking hands on the ground. And they are kind of like a maze. And there's a lockpick room. See what we can do. Unlocked. Cool. Now, I think this area is something we can't interact with right now. But that is fine. This is a weird looking room, but nothing special. So we got this room with a tree. And it has its hand held out. And it wants something. But I don't have it. And it'll tell you if you have it or you don't, and I don't. That is part of another series of endings, and it will be in our collection of endings if you're curious as to what that is. But in the meantime, we can continue on. And I didn't mean to say earlier that there's only one more room full of enemies, because I don't remember how many there is, but I do think that we're getting fairly close to the end. The text is illegible. It lay upon my branches, dangling there as a sick reminder of what I rejected. The smug dead face stares at me, almost grinning, it seems, like it's happy to be without me inhabiting it. Huh. Very weird. I don't understand what that means. And I also don't know if that's just placeholder text for notes that look like that. Oh, wow, this place is filled with enemies, and I didn't reload the shotgun. Oh dear. Alright, we're up on 7, so damn, you guys can't hold a torch to me, brother. Alrighty, cool, they're dead at least. Ooh, cockroach. Now I have to embarrassingly struggle with the cockroaches because I'm out of ammo in my Ruger. How much HP I got? 74? We're still doing fine. I appreciate that there's sound so you can hear how close that you are to the enemies or how close they are to you. Alrighty, good. That one's dead. How about one more cockroach? Alrighty. Sounding peaceful and quiet. And it's very bright. Yowza. Now, after looking into the sun, what happens? Alrighty, so this door is, we have to go forward. Whistle for my dog. So, climb the ladder and get off the ladder. And look, there's our dog. Look at that. Just like that, we got out with our dog. And that's pretty cool. I can't pet it here at the ending, but you know what? That's okay, because I'm just glad to not be down in that hellscape anymore. So, hey, that's pretty cool. Just for this part here, I'll speak to it. Oh, well, wait, let's talk about this. So you reunite with your dog, and this experience has changed you and stuff. Your character, according to the Steam page, has claustrophobia, and I think that all of this was because you confronted your fears, you no longer have to worry about your claustrophobia, or you're strong enough to deal with it, or cured of it, or whatever, however you want to look at it in regards to that. But anyway, yeah, so we just got the good ending. That there's the good ending. I'll flash that up on the screen so that we know that it's a good ending. But anyway, for this part of the game specifically, real briefly, just want to touch on, I enjoyed the main game a ton. Super fun, super talented person working on this game, super talented people that are working on this game. Super cool. Dog's name is Danny, by the way. Had a lot of fun playing this. We've got so much extra shit to do in this game. We got 2 more bonus tapes to do, and we've got 5 more bonus tapes to do, maybe even 6. We got extra levels, we got bonus secret levels, so hang in there. We'll be right back. I think the next thing we're going to do is a ending compilation, so we're going to do endings next, and I will see you in just a second for those. Alrighty, here's the first alternate ending. This is one of the bad ends. So whenever you spawn in here, real simple, you just turn around and you keep examining this ladder until you get the yes or no prompt. And then you can just exit the sewer by hitting yes. And there you go. You just basically said you weren't going to play the game, and you wasted $11, and you got the ending, and now you can close the game. Pretty simple, pretty easy, and now we'll go on to the next ending. Okay, so this is how you get the next ending. So down this hallway here is where you get your Luger at. And then after this, there's a sequence where your dog gets dragged away from you. You head this direction, and make sure you have your gun equipped so that you're ready for this section. And as soon as you see your dog, you pull the trigger on it. Now this is what I personally consider to be the worst ending, hands down. It's pretty rough. So now we go up here, and you can see that it looks like you shot your dog, and you get some prompts here for the in the text whenever you examine it, and then the dog whimpers, and it rains a good bit, and it fades out. I really don't like this ending. I don't like looking at the dog while this happens. I get it's a video game and stuff, but I always feel kind of bad about it, so I just want to make sure that I show off all of the prompts. The non-ideal worst ending in the whole game, and there's an ending where you cause the end of the world. So anyway, I'm going to allow this to continue to play out here. There's nothing else significant to see, but just for the sake of being able to see all of the ending here, I'll allow it to play, and then we'll move on to the next ending. So And here's the text part of the ending here. It's kind of interesting. This one kind of feels like even worse than like a normal ending where you just abandon your dog because, you know, you've not only denied the journey, but like you've killed the only kind of treatment that you had, which is that dog to have helped you. But anyway, I'll see you in the next ending. I won't ruminate on it later. So I explained this during the Let's Play, but here's the other bad ending that you can get here, which is where like you can just like abandon your dog, which is so crazy because you can like abandon it at the beginning, so to abandon it all the way once you're almost at the end is just wild to me. But anyway, you can do it. So if you choose to, you get a kind of a similar ending as to the other ones where you just get up and leave your pup. You get greeted to outside and with the rain and stuff, and then whoa, there's a car. It's kind of weird to see other signs of life now. But anyway, yeah, that's all there is for this ending. Of course, there'll be the titles or the ending statement, which I'm going to show too. Looks like it's going to come a little bit sooner than the other ones, so I'm not going to cut here. I'll just show it to you flat out. So it says that, you know, you escaped but without your dog, and like you went through most of the trauma that you had to get over all this shit and to find your dog, but you didn't quite get all the way through it, so you had to give up near the end. But anyway, on to the next ending. Alrighty, this is how you get the very last ending, what they call the nightmare ending, I believe. And what you need to do is to interact with like this body and just do basically what we did in like the normal playthrough, which is to interact with the body until like you pick it up and then you carry it with you. And then so everything else that happens that happened in our Let's Play, where you go and like unlock the door, and then after you unlock the door, you run in and turn around because that door is locked, and then you see the doctor again. That all plays out, and then we move on to the second step, which should be coming up right now. So this is like the next part of how to get the nightmare ending. So after you like kill this character, you have to come back to this area, and we'll be back in just 1 second. So you're back with this guy whose head is now open, and then you interact with it and pull an item out, and you get this child skull. And now you take it to a place later in the game, and we'll be right back with the very last step of this ending in 1 second. So this is how you get the final nightmare ending. Once you have all the other pieces, you come to this room with all of the meat hands, and then you go to this door, and using the lockpick set that you have from earlier, you unlock this door, and then you continue down this hallway, and you make a left in this room that you can see there's like some weeds hanging from the ceiling, and then there's this thing holding its hand out, and you have the baby skull from earlier, and you give it to the tree, and then after this you I believe, yeah, you just continue the game like normal, and then I'll see you once we actually get to the part where I can showcase the ending. Alrighty, so this is part of the ending. There's a lot of flashing lights, and you can kind of tell that, you know, something isn't right already by how eerie and weird it is. And now we're out here in the city like normal, and there's hellacious screaming and growling and darkness. It's just as foggy for me as it is for you. So there's houses and emergency sirens and all manners of bad stuff happening on the top instead of the bottom. And then it's going to go ahead and flash us the ending text here, and it basically says that like the whole world is all fucked up in the wake of what you just did. And I can't really explain it right now because it's kind of coming in a future lore video, but make of this whatever you will for now. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So that's all of the endings. From here, I'm going to be showing all of the tapes that we haven't seen yet, and then following that, I'm going to show all of the secrets throughout the game that I missed. And I'll see you guys whenever we start on the next tape. Alrighty, so now we're going to move into the lost tapes and the Mercis tapes. We're on to tape 3. This one's called The Cabin. So that's the next one that we're moving into. So, as you might have guessed from the title, we're going to be in a cabin this time, and it's really shitty and dingy. And you can step outside and look around, and then there's some like POV of something swinging or hanging from the trees. And here's another one of those ghosts that I talked about earlier. And it says, took our son. And we want to go ahead and pick up these logs here, some firewood. And we can examine this tree. And it's moving without any wind, so that's weird. And we can keep looking around. We got a lot of little this and that things in this house. There's some matches here, for example. And then we look into this one, and it tells us we got to burn the idol to stop it. Of course, it's kind of vague on whatever it is, but you can assume, I think, that it's the thing that's swinging around outside like a monkey. No food left. So like these ghost things are like impressions, I think, of like a time that isn't now. You have to pray to it, and gives them flesh to eat. So they're like, some people are hungry. Now we're looking for an idol, which will be made clear shortly, but this is one of the spawning points that the idol can potentially be. Now there's a second spawning point along with I think some notes up here, or at least a note. Well, I thought there was a note up here. I guess not. So here's the idol. We'll pick it up. And something that that I mentioned earlier in the Let's Play. You can see some eyes up in the tree there, and of course that's supposed to be this Baya Gatath thing, I think, or at least that's what the wiki says and stuff. And those eyes there, I believe, are the same eyes that Sotiris had earlier in the game. So that's kind of cool. They're not like the same eyes as far as like the lore is concerned, but I believe it's the same model, and I thought that was cool. Now there is one thing I want to show here that you may not know if you move straight to the fireplace and burn all this stuff. But so what you do is you put in the logs, and then after you put in the logs and you light the fire, you want to sprint down this hallway real quick. Look outside, and there's Specimen 8 from Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. And I was having kind of a hard time finding it the first time that I played this. But anyway, the music's swelling, so we'll go ahead and burn this idol, the last little step that we have to do. And just like that, tape 3 is done, and we did everything that there is to do in tape 3. And we'll move on to tape 4 now. Alrighty, tape 4 time. This one's called Hotel. And if you want to take a guess where we'll be, we can ring the bell, which is kind of cool. And our character says that they need to sleep. I'm going to try these doors all of them, because I always lose tracks of which ones are the ones we're meant to go to and which ones we aren't. Some of these beds, like this one for example, there's like somebody sleeping in it. So we're looking for an unoccupied and clean bed that we haven't slept in before. That's the goal. I think this one will be good. No? Yeah. Wait, it looks clean. Okay, so not yet. There is one thing I want to show before we hop into that bed. So this room will change every time that you go to sleep. The first time it's just like a normal ass laundry room, and then I'll show you whenever we hop in and get to sleep. And now the bed is covered in bugs, and that's really fucking gross. And once we step outside here, now the laundry room has some, looks like fiery meat inside of it. We can move on and try to find another bed to sleep in. What we're aiming for overall is 3 beds to sleep in. I think there's 2 upstairs, 1 downstairs. I don't know. Well, you could bet we're going to find them all, but so this has got an indent in it, soaked with tar, I guess. Whoa. No, I don't remember this. What the fuck? This is new to me. What the hell does this say? Oh, okay. Well, I won't pretend that I knew that that was there whenever I came in this room. What I wanted to show was that there's like this glass, and you can see your, well, you can quote unquote see your quote unquote reflection. That kind of threw me off, seeing that ghosty goo back there I didn't know was there. So this door is busted off the hinges, and this bed looks like it's clean. So I'm gonna take a snooze in it. Alrighty, so another bed covered in maggots. And it sounds like some more shit broke down the way. Is this door unlocked? No. Alright, we'll go downstairs and go down that other hallway that we saw. This one. Locked. Another locked door. Okay, let's see what this thing says. Let me sleep. Oh, we're bothering this poor guy. I want to show real quick because I don't know what the hell's in here. Oh, it's locked. Thank goodness. If there's hollering in there, I honestly didn't want to see what was in there. Now, this time, this room is just kind of normal, but the fucking washer or dryer or whatever has dead something inside of it. It looks like the rat texture, but I don't know all about that. So now here's the last room, I think. Or no, it is. Yeah, it is. We got a little chair that we can sit in here, and I believe that we can take our last little siesta here in the chair. Alrighty, so now it's gross as fuck, like the whole hotel is now. And I want to check on that laundry room one more time before we close up this area. Looks like nothing special now. So anyway, we go to exit, and there's a guy who will fly at us at the exit. So don't be too spooked whenever that happens. It is. I don't think there's a lot of screaming or anything, but it is surprising. So there he is. You can kind of see him. He's got like wings and a hat. There he is. So then he like rushes at you and kills you, I guess. So that was tape number 4. I'll see you guys for tape number 5 in 1 second. Alrighty, so now we have tape number 5. It's called The Wolf. And this one has a in the B side. That's the A side, it says we'll have to, deal with a wolf. Now, how in the world? So, we'll start playing this one now. So, this tape has a lot of variance to it. It takes place in Wolf Hollow Campground, which I think is the same campground from Uktena 64. Of course, like all of the titles of these tapes, we're going to have to deal with a wolf. We got matches there to pick up. And I want to go ahead, I was debating it left and right, tossing around in my head, but I want to go ahead and show you the first secret here. So behind these tents, behind the red one specifically in this corner, there's like a thing you can interact with that pops up that word down there, and you just keep hitting the interact button and you listen carefully. You won't get jump scared or anything right now, but you gotta listen for a holler, a scream. Okay. There it is. So, I wanted to go ahead and show that one now. And I'll show you what that unlocks here in just a little bit. And now we're looking for these other items to get the keys to our truck. And there's a lockbox and a ghost thing. It says that the wolf is near, so we gotta be on the lookout for that fella. Yep, there he is. Yo, look how weird he looks. This tape in particular is like so creepy and scary. I think the wolf looks fantastic. It reminds me a lot of that one SCP from SCP Containment Breach the game, where you use a blue key to go through a door. Let's see here. So I'll go ahead and grab the muddy rag. I don't think we can turn it because there's something heavy down there. So, and we got another ghost. It says it preys on us. And then we can open and shut this door. It doesn't do anything other than open and shut, to my knowledge. So since we have all three of the pieces that we need, we can head back to the fire. And so we light the fire. And we put the box in it to burn. And then because we have a muddy rag, we can pick up a hot truck key. And there's the wolf. Now, if you stand around for too long, I've read reports that say it'll attack you. I don't know if I would consider that a secret. It is listed on the secrets wiki, but I don't know too much about that. I tried to get it to proc, but it didn't. So I'm gonna just tag it as not a secret. But now we get to drive away. So you drive down this road. I think it's kind of nice because you don't really have to pay too much attention to how you're driving. The driving segment, this one in particular, is better than the other one that we do. But this one is kind of So what I wanted to talk about with this tape here in particular, it's got a lot of variants in it. There's an A and a B side, and the B side I believe comes whenever we go to replay this one, and there's also a couple secrets to this one. What I wanted to say was that the wolf coming up, so I guess spoiler, but we're going to see it in just a sec. It has dialogue that only comes about from interacting with that idol that we saw before. So thankfully we've got captions, because even if I'm not going to be talking over it, which I'm about half and half on, I still can't hear what it's saying very well. I'm glad that most dialogue is captioned in this game. So our piece of shit truck has broken down, and now we should start seeing a figure come out of the darkness ahead. Oh yeah, you can see them beady yellow eyes. And now listen to what he's got to say. cool. But anyway, he's gonna try his best to make true on his word and consume us, consume me, and now we get to start the second part of the tape. Now this isn't the B variants. We're still on the A section. So now we move forward. And here's another ghost. Let's see, we should not have come here. Alrighty. So then look at this place. This is the old cabin from earlier in the game. There's like some stuff here buried. It smells strange. And then we got this tree here. And it looks like it's molting. And that's kind of weird, of course, for a tree to do. We can, you know, take a little look in here and stuff. And see what there is to see from where we were here earlier. There's a lot of graffiti. It looks like it was kind of taken over by like addicts or something, and torn all to shit. And there's some sort of meat. Now most of the things we've interacted with so far we can pick up, but we can't pick them up until we have like an actual reason to pick them up. We can go ahead and turn on the radio, I guess. No reason not to.
Victims in a series of serial murders were reported today. So far, only the right hands of the victims have been found. But a forensic study revealed that the hands were removed post-mortem, which brings the suspected victim count up to 7. In all cases, victims were males in their late 20s who were camping in Wolf Hollow. A county-wide manhunt is currently underway, and we asked that our listeners be on the lookout for a Red Ranger pickup truck and bring any information you may have in the case to the police.
Alrighty, so be on the lookout for a guy riding or driving a Red Ranger pickup truck by himself with both hands. Or maybe a truck bed that's full of hands, rather. So this will tell you how to build an idol, question mark. We gotta get bark, flesh, sticks, and then a dead face and limbs. So now we can go out on our little collect-a-thon. But that little radio is actually in reference to you, I suppose. The wiki says it does, and I'm inclined to agree with it. So let's grab. So we gotta grab the tree flesh. I think there's 2 or 3 parts that we can grab. Tree flesh, and then we want to grab the sticks. And I don't think we can grab the bark. Oh yeah, we can. We got tree bark. Alrighty, so what you need to do is go upstairs and plop these 3 down. You go ahead and put the bark, the flesh, and the sticks, and then you examine it, and it says it needs dead face. So now you can hear that crow calling outside, and it looks like it hit the ground and then like bled out while walking almost. But anyway, so now we've got the face that we'll be using, a crow. And this is the final piece. So I hope you enjoyed this revisit to the cabin. I hope it was as exciting the second time we came as the first time. And this time we've got I forgot to mention, we've got our eyes outside here too. I won't lie to you, I didn't look until this playthrough. Very fucking weird. So we put down the crow and examine it. It's done. And then there's a flash, and here's this ending little cutscene for us. It's pretty neat. You can see people behind the brushes right now in the background. They got blue and red, and they're coming through the grapevine. They've got this symbol on their chests of a half moon and looks like a full moon, and they're all converging around this stump on the ground. And then we've got a red fella here who's got a full moon, and he's got a, well, it looks like a baby, doesn't it? And then we get dropped down to here. So, now this should read the B-side. So I'm going to replay this, and I will show in the cuts of anything that is different as far as it's related to the lore. So I'll be right back with the second part of this tape. So here's the first thing. The radio that we played with before. If we turn it on, it now just plays some weird ass music instead of that radio broadcast. I'm not going to allow it to play in its entirety because there's, nothing else other than this significant about it. So I'll see you at the next variation, which should be the ending. Alrighty, and here's the second cutscene for the B-side this time. Now you're the wolf eating a corpse. Okay, so there's one more secret in the wolf that I wanted to show real quick. So we'll just load in here and get our light on. And if you stare at the moon for long enough, and it's not really all that long, but you'll start to notice that your vision and stuff starts to change and get redder and more distorted and stuff like that. So you keep staring at this moon, and you can see it's getting red and a little wobbly, and you just keep looking at it. And we're almost there, I believe. Whoa, very red and green. It's like Christmas. Alrighty, so now we've been teleported. My best guess is that we're on the moon, as we'll see shortly, but it sounds weird for being on the moon. There's a radio, and it sounds like we're stepping on leaves. And I realize that you probably can't see very well. I promise I can see just as well as you can. So you just keep walking and following this like film looking stuff, and then you finally get here to the earth, and you do the same thing. You look at the earth from the moon, and then it popped up that text there. I'll pause it so you can see it, and then we'll get on to the alright, we'll get into this last tape now, which is tape number 6, called A Way Out. So we'll go ahead and take a look at and examine it, and you can see you're like a prisoner of some kind, and you've been offered a way out. So let's do it, question mark. This is a very peculiar tape. It's kind of different than what we've been dealing with before in terms of oddity. So we're in a little cell, and we can read this note. Somebody says that they found a way out, but the door is locked. And you can kind of look around your little cell here for a minute or two if you'd like to. Nothing really all that special in here. And then it sounds like your door is unlocked, so you can step out, and you've got all kinds of other cells around. Here's a cell, and they're asking how to get out. And there's this one here, and they are collecting pillows. Then we have somebody trying to coerce me into their cell. This one, which just looks like fresh hell, it's blocked by rotting meat. Will not be going in that one. And then this one here is broken open, and it had a discarded robe in it. And then we got this guy here who asks if you need help, but he's not interested in you or what you had to say. So and then here's this thing that looks like they've been dropping purple goop, and he tells you to find them. So we got a door that's open there, and there's no reason to. I just want to show you what's through this room right now. There's like this fleshy thing and like a head in a room that's completely filled with chains, and we can't interact with it right now. It doesn't hurt you or anything. I just wanted to show him so that you don't keep looking down that hallway and go, what the hell's down that hallway? So we got the first room. You can hear some breaking, and we're in a pharmacy. So I'll tell you a little trick about this. Something that you don't know yet. So you're looking for pills, specific pills here in the pharmacy, and they're kind of hard to see. But if you turn out your flashlight, they have an aura around them. So it's kind of helpful for that. Now I believe we're looking for 3 pills. Let's see. I'm kind of... What the hell? Sounds like a fucking lawnmower's warming up. Okay, here's the first set of pills. That sound must indicate how close or far away to those... No, it doesn't. I don't know what it indicates. So now we take the second set of pills. And... now our vision's getting more and more distorted, I assume as a byproduct of taking those pills. And we took the third one. And I don't remember. Maybe we have to take one more. I'm gonna keep looking. It seems evidently like we're overdosing. Oh, yep, I see. Here it is here. And just like that, I think we're dead. No, I don't know where we are. There's the exit. What were we thinking? Exit or not exit? How about not exit? Oh, okay, well, how about exit? Whoa, this is a really pretty texture. So as we come out of here, some shit's gonna knock down and cling around and stuff. Don't get too spooked. It's natural. There it is. That happens every time after we leave one of these places. And of course, like I said, it looked like our character overdosed and we just played through their eyes, whoever that guy there is. And then he tells us to choose a good one, but I don't think that matters because we can only pick one of these, each door in sequence, each door in sequence. So now we can head up this ladder and take a look in here. Now this place is kind of interesting. It looks like the cabin a little bit we were in before, but I don't think it has the first thing to do with it. Now we can pick up a key, and now whenever we turn around, the room's going to look a little different. It's got tons and tons and tons of nooses in here. So we use a key to open this door, and then we got to grab a chair, and then all of the nooses move themselves out of the way, and we've got one noose left, and we're on a chair, and we hit the interact button to hang ourselves. It's kind of sad, but that's what's happening. So now he tells us to tear it open, whatever the hell that means. This guy died of a broken neck. And we've now got the third room that we can go inside of. I don't remember this one. I think it just gets narrower and narrower. So if you guys are claustrophobic like the original antagonist, ow, you're going to be a little nervous. Things are getting rusted and smaller and dingier and leaking blood from around us. Oh, and the ceiling's getting shorter. Whoops. Oh god. I thought I almost clipped out. I bet you probably could screw around and clip out of here if you weren't careful. Hey, look at that thing. What is that? Oh, a box cutter. Oh dear. Where is it? So don't think too much about what this guy's saying. He's kind of unhinged. Let's see how this person died. Bled to death. Very peculiar. One more, and this one says welcome home. So let's hope that this is a little bit more welcoming than where we have been so far. So we knock on the door. And then we can open it. And I forget what we're looking for, if we're looking for anything. So there's a note. Oh, yeah. I remember what we're looking for. I just don't remember if there's a specific way to find it. We check under the bed, and our character says that we need whatever it is. And it's not there either. Very pretty sky outside. And then we can open up this closet. Something I didn't know. So that's what we're looking for, is a gun. And I was like, I was like, how do I get up there? But all you got to do is just hold E, or press E on this interaction to slide this box out, and then it'll lift you up, and you can pick the gun up. And then this door behind you shuts, and somebody comes walking in here. Somebody who's cast in a very red looking glow. I don't remember if this has a jump scare. I'm fairly certain it doesn't. So you got some weird looking person, lanky looking fella, walking around this house. And if it was up to me, we'd just hide, but I think he's going to be coming in here in just a sec. So whoops. And now we just left. Where is the... Oh. He tells us that it's time, and this here is the last corpse shot through the skull. So I don't know if that was meant to imply that we had shot ourselves or shot that person, but anyway, now it's time. That's the only thing he's really said of any significant relevance. So we get to go into this room with this fleshy looking monster again, and this time we're held still. We can't move, and he's gonna graciously eat us, maybe. Oh no, my bad. We're going to hang him. Oh. There's the box cutter and the noose. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, because I'm having to hit E for all of these. We got our gun loaded. Pop! And he's dead, I guess. It's been a fairly long time since I played this little bonus. Whoa. Well, I guess that killed me. Anyway, we're free now, so that's good. So that was some kind of tape. There's one secret to show in this tape, and I'll show you how to get it in just one sec. So in this first cell area where you start at one end of the hallway and you travel to the other end of the hallway, and what you do to encounter this secret is there's this way, the way you have to go, but then like if you walk, I think you can kind of see the crease here in the wall. Nope, that ain't it. But anyway, you walk into the wall. Am I tripping? Oh shit. Oh, okay, you gotta put some force into it. You gotta like run through this wall You can't just like press up against it. You gotta like run into it, then kind of like wiggle, and then you fall into the ground, and then you load in a very familiar looking place if you're into horror these days. So this is the back rooms. I don't really want to speak to the back rooms too much other than what I can show here. But it's like some creepy shit going on the internet these days about falling into these rooms that I don't know if they're supposed to make you feel like nostalgic or vaguely familiar or what. But anyway, the gimmick is you like keep walking around. Now, my only thing is I don't know if I'll show everything that this has to offer, just because I don't know how to show everything that there is to offer here. I'll show you everything that I'm aware of though. So we hit like buttons and it causes stuff around us to pop up or other things that we can interact with. So for example, there's like some chairs overturned in this room now. And there's different buttons as we continue around. There's some bile on the floor. That's kind of gross. I'm afraid that this is kind of a boring secret, except for the times whenever it's not boring. So just bear with me. So we're looking for some more buttons. That chair's overturned. I'm gonna try and not do any cuts from here. I'm trying to keep my commentary as interesting as possible for nothing happening, but I want to keep all this in here because I know if whoops, well that went black for a sec. I know if this was me, I'd be like, oh yeah, but what was down that way? Why did he cut that out of there? How do you get there? So I just want to show as much of this kind of area as possible. So player Rancid Johnny has joined the server, and here's this texture, of course reminiscent of Gary's mod. I'm sure a lot of you probably played Gary's mod. And this room is narrow, so Rancid Johnny is currently an admin now. Of course, you know, this should go without saying, but Rancid Johnny isn't a real player, and I don't think he interacts too much with you or anything. There's like certain things that he does, which include killing off your Steam friends and shit like that, which you'll see pop up in like the text and shit, hopefully as soon as I'm able to find another button or so. I feel like I've been... Yeah, see, I was already here before. You know what? I think I goofed up. Let's turn around, because I think he's still... Yeah, my buddy Evian Ice has died, which is sad. Rancid Johnny killed him. And he'll just continue to kill your friends. Now, I'm kind of nervous because I've been made aware that Rancid Johnny can, like, talk. Or he has like a talking function, and I'm kind of nervous to see that because I don't know what he says. Yeah, see, he just killed Long John Carl twice and my buddy Evian Ice once. We'll eventually find some stuff to see around here, I promise. Some more chairs overturned. And some outlets. Hey, there's a button. So then we hit that button and it should have other stuff happen. Pictures of office spaces. Oh, hey, here we go. So now we've got the server rules. So this kind of, you know, makes it a little bit more comfortable or whatever. That was me. I hit the space button. I actually wanted to see if it would whistle. But anyway, it's got like rules like you would have in a normal Gmod server or whatever. And it's like, you know, don't harass people, don't flood spam, But you can also see, don't invite Rancid Johnny. And of course, Rancid Johnny's in our game, and I'm going to assume that part of the reason they don't want to invite him is because he's a hacker or toxic or probably some shit like that. So the first secret is down this hallway. You hold a left here, and eventually you'll go into the wall, I think. Yeah, right here. We're going into it. And look at this. There's some weird ass looking pizza hands in the wall here. I guess this is in reference to the demo had some kind of weird ass pizza ending. So, yeah, that's the first secret. I'll see you guys in the next one. Alrighty, here's the next secret that I want to show you guys. I don't really know if you'd call it a secret, but it's listed as a secret on the wiki, and I kind of agree with it. So, save rooms in New Game Plus and only New Game Plus feature a new companion, and that's right, it's the dev themselves, Kira. And I can show you something else kind of cool about this cat. If you go to shoot it or deal any damage to it, check this out. You get transported to an endless realm of purple, and there's eyes all around you. And they're pretty odd looking. You can't move or anything. And then you get a game over. So that's pretty cool. On to the next secret. So here's another secret. This door, which is just parallel to the same door that you kill the siren at. So you go stand in front of this door. The wiki says for 5 minutes, and I don't know if it was just changed in an update or what, but I think it takes 20 minutes. But we're going to have a counter on the screen, and I'll tell you exactly how long it'll be. And the counter begins now, and I'll see you guys in just a sec.
Sleep, plus the violence faces everything. When the gas runs out.
Well, for me anyway, that was a half hour almost on the dot. I'll have to look at it in post, because I don't know if you need to walk up on that and it unlocks after some time or what. But anyway, I do know at least after a half hour, we finally got the door open, and here's the secret. So it's called the maggot coffin, and I assume whenever we break it, you'll get to see why. It's filled with maggots. And then we've got an interact with the question mark, and then it spits out these words. I'm trying to put them in a place where you can see them best. But basically it just gives you the exposition of this game that you might not understand otherwise. Yeah, that's all this little secret is. Let it flash a few times, just in different lighting, so you might be able to see it a little bit better. But anyway, on to the next secret. See you in 1 sec. Alrighty, so we're down to the last handful of secrets and extra game modes in this game. So the first one that we're going to look at is the it's going to be the dark secret. So what you have to do is turn your gamma all the way down, and then go up and start a new game. I know you can't see for shit right now, but you just basically have to start a new game, and then it'll set your gamma back to normal whenever you actually load back in. And you've got this little thing here where it says you need to get home, and you can enter and exit your vehicle and stuff like that and drive. So, whoops, I just kicked on auto drive. It's helpful sometimes and it really screws me over other times. Like right now we're on auto drive, and hey, look, there's Robbie the Rabbit from the Silent Hill. That's pretty cool. And other times auto drive gets me killed. This little extra area is going to have a lot of cuts to it, where I just show like the significant things around, simply because like this is, I think, supposed to be like an experience. It plays music in the background and you're driving, and like I say, I think it's supposed to be an experience more than anything else. But it drags on way too long for me. So I'm going to be making cuts for the significant parts, and I'll be back for those parts. I'll see you guys in just 1 second. Alrighty, so now it's dark and eerie again, I guess. I wanted to show this car around a little bit, not too much. There's like a bag in the back, and some green tea, Arizona ice green tea, I think, and your little iPod mini. And now we're leaving safety is what that sign says, and we go through this little tunnel here. Let's see if the automatic driver will work for me. Sometimes it's about 50-50. Sometimes automatic driving works for me, sometimes it doesn't. There's a lot of blinking lights. I guess I don't know if it would be better if I was on that side or not. I'm gonna go with probably not. There we go. The auto drive seems like it's kicked in appropriately, and I think we're on the second part of the soundtrack that plays now. So, whoa, looking eerie for sure. Anyway, we got some red lights here now, and this is one awfully long tunnel. I wonder where it's going through. Anyway, I'll let this go until something else happens. Alright, so now we've got ghosts around. I believe if we step out and interact with these ghosts, they kill us. So we will not be doing that. I don't have the wherewithal to start this area over again. I just want you to see a couple of the ghosts, and then we'll cut to the next thing that happens. Alrighty, we're now in the third little area. This time with some chiller music, and with the beautiful city skyline and the stars. Honestly, if there's a city skyline like this, I'm kind of surprised that the light pollution doesn't drain out the stars the way it does in a city naturally. But it looks really fucking beautiful, and the soundtrack sounds really nice. I just don't really have enough to say for 3 minutes of this OST to play and us to see the same thing. So anyway, I'll see you guys for the next part. Alrighty, I guess time for part 4 of this madness. So let's see what song plays for. Whoa, shit, auto drive, turn right. What the hell? Man, the auto drive is really fucking me right now. Anyway, we're turning into this hellish tunnel. Let's see what the auto drive has to say about it. Man, it's very quiet. I kind of like how they got the mirrors and stuff working in this vehicle. I just got through playing Outlast, and I don't even think that they're that good in Outlast. So I'm kind of impressed. Still got the bag in the back seat. Well, I guess if nothing happens, I'll cut it until... Oh, wait, hold up. There's a guy. We just killed him. And just ran him over like a goofball. Well, he should have seen us coming. Well, I also did see him coming. I just kept my Tesla's autopilot on. Kind of, it sucks that there's no music, but... oh, well, there we go. Speak of the devil. Okay. Yeah, I think these are supposed to be like mini music video experiences, but they just lead to like, I don't know, it just gets boring sometimes. And here we are back in fucking the original Lost in Vivo, kind of looks like, with the walls getting shittier and the lights getting yellower. Using fucking, the kind of light bulbs that have been illegal since like 1990. Looks like police lights. Oh, I thought Robbie was doing something. I don't know why it's blue, but it's blue. Oh boy. Sounds like a Death Grip song. Oh shit, I'm feeling it. Oh, there's some more baddies. Looks like that guy from the hotel thing that we did earlier, but I don't know. I feel like this is not lore intensive in the least bit. It's not worth really thinking about. You're just supposed to be chilling and enjoy the music and the references and stuff. And now we're back to blue again. And some weird sound effects. If you hop out here, by the way, and you walk into these guys, you'll die. So I'm trying not to experience that. Lots of screeching. Oh, now there's blood on my windshield. All over my windshields. See if I can kick on the windshield wipers. There's a lot more of these. I think they call them man in the hats around. I guess we're hitting a fair few of these guys. The music gets more and more intense. The tunnel gets windier. It gets yellower. It gets more covered in hellish dog shit. Lots of enemies. Definitely not a chance in hell of hopping out of the vehicle now. I don't really know what you can say about this. I can appreciate that this was included. It's just not all that fun. But on the bright side, that particularly dog shit looking area is behind us. Now we're just in one that just looks kind of bad. And it sounds like the music's done playing. Hopefully that's the end of all that. Well, at least it's looking brighter and cleaner. So I hope we don't get stopped by the police, because about 400 counts of vehicular manslaughter is going to be very hard to fight in court. Okay, we're exiting the tunnel, and it looks just about like where we started. So, only difference is that it's night. Of course, that's not a direct presumption. It's just me joking around. But anyway, I'm going to assume that we made it home. Just a Pisces thing, that little trip. So, anyway, there's that little secret out of the way. And we'll move on to the next one now. Alrighty, so on your game, this second option here is going to be grayed out for you. What you need to do to get it ungrayed out is to launch this game at midnight and then play it. And then it'll unlock the midnight mode for you. So we'll go ahead and click into it so you can see what that is. Alrighty, so Lost in Vivo Midnight is a fun little extra game mode. Victor's is the leaderboard, I think, for the speed runs of this game, but every time that I fire it up, it crashes my game. So just so you know what that is, we can go ahead and get started now by clicking play. There's the gamepad controls and then the mouse and keyboard controls on the right. Again, I couldn't really get my gamepad to work for this, so we're just working with the mouse and keyboard controls, which is fine because this has got a level of difficulty I think that I don't think I could beat without the mouse and keyboard controls. So anyway, you load in and this place is looking very cool and very different from where we've been before. It's like old fantasy game looking shit, and here's a cool little sword for us, and it strikes lightning, and then we have a sword with which to smite our enemies, and we can break these things out of the way. And there's locked gates, and we go to this guy. So we gotta hunt up 30 coins of silver to be able to open up that door. That should be no issue. I thought that radio might do something, but I guess not. I also thought there might be some music, but I guess not. So this here is Demi. That's the one of the main, well, one of the characters from Kira's next game called Lunacid. It's really fun. I'll be covering that in the future, but here's an enemy, and then there's one silver. We're already making really good time. We just need 28 more to go now. So I'm just kind of looking around here. We're of course going to have to kill every enemy that's available, but I'm trying to not let any go by the wayside if I'm particularly close to them. There is going to be, I imagine, a little bit of backtracking just because of the nature of this little bonus area. So we're looking for more guys to kill. These guys are actually, they're called jailers, so you know, that's kind of interesting. They're jailing you. Now, sometimes whenever I break these, it's extremely loud. Let's see what my odds are looking like. Ow! That was so fucking loud. Anyway, we're killing these fucking enemies. Damn. Let's see, let's gamble it again. 50-50. Okay, that one didn't even trigger. That was so fucking loud. So we're coming up on the kennel. It sounds like, anyway. Oh yeah. So we're looking around. You don't want to get overwhelmed by these pups, I guess, if you could call them that. They resemble hell beasts more than pups, but you know. Some are bigger and more deadly than others, and some are just little ass runts, and then some are extremely big. I'll go ahead and grab another green. Okay, good. That one didn't have a sound at all. You can also block, and it'll mitigate a bunch of the damage, which is cool. Let's say we hit this last green one, and then there's like a... Ouch. I can't wait to turn that down in post. There's a big dog around that we need to kill. Man, there's a lot of dogs down here, more than I remember. Hold up, I'm lost and I feel like... There we go. I thought there was a big purple dog down here. I'm probably about to come face to face with it. The only thing I don't like about the hand that guides you to the next enemy is it's only an X value to tell you where things are at, so things can be above you and there's no real indication of it. So, but I mean, dude, it's a whole ass extra game mode. It's kind of cool still. I guess I'm, just complaining about the little this and that things that I have to complain about. I'm just a little bit turned around here. If we go up, okay, so this is where we were earlier with that TV. And then we turned around and went down to the dog pound, right? Okay, let's go up this time. There's some enemies out here. You sneak up on those guys and you'll kill them in one hit, which is kind of cool. And you gotta watch your back because there's zombies. God, I've been playing a lot of zombie games lately. There's monster dogs around these corners. Wowee, that guy hurt a little bit. And there's another jailer. Okay, good. And I forget if there's another enemy here. I just want to take it easy for a sec. Okay, we're going to get the jump on him. Nice. So we got a backstab and he's dead now, so that's cool. So there's another enemy and a pup. And that guy still don't know that we're about to clap him. Alrighty. Now, I can't see anything at all. This guy keeps applying bleed to me, so I had to kill him. That was getting kind of close. We're running fairly low on HP, but that's okay, because by the time I get to the next enemy, I'm hoping that it's full. 3 more enemies to go, and we'll have our 30 coins of silver. I would say we're headed for the pound next, because I'm fairly certain that, yep, I'll block, and then we can get a couple swings in before we block again. This guy, it's kind of important that you block on him, because if he gets in for full damage, oh boy, you're in for a world of hurt. Let's see the last enemy we're looking for. This is going to be a bear. I guess I'll just probably cut to when we see him. So see you in 1 sec. Okay, here's the last guy. He's dead, so now we can go turn in these coins and fight the boss. Alrighty, so get ready, because we got a little boss and he's gonna look familiar. So hey, here we go. We got a little purple fog wall, kind of like Dark Souls a little bit, and we're fighting Shoggoth, King Eel of the Abyss. Shoggoth is actually the name of Kira's pet eel that actually passed away, I believe, while this was in development. So that's kind of interesting. This guy isn't too hard of a boss. There's a secret boss in this game. I don't even really feel like explaining or memorizing this guy's patterns, because just as long as you attack a few times and then you block, then you can really make mincemeat out of this fella pretty easily. You just gotta manage your health bar versus his, pretty much. It's kind of cool because you can see evidently that he's got like other swords of other people who have tried to bring down the King Eel of the Abyss. But the midnight is over. The Shoggoth has been clapped. And once again I emerge victorious. Rip to a real one, Shoggoth. And let's see what our time was. Phew, almost 8 minutes. So, that's pretty cool. I'm not going to be posting my time, and if I know this game, my game's about to crash because it's going to show me the leaderboard. But anyway, I will be back in 1 second with the secret boss of this game mode. 1 sec. Alrighty, so once you got your 30 coins again, your 30 silver coins, then you go to this area where there's like little alcove, well, not alcoves, that's not what they're called. These like, these courtyards, that's the word I'm looking for, and these beautiful pink window panes and stuff. And what you do is in these two courtyards, you go into this room here with this bell, and then you ring it a whole bunch. You just keep laying into the bell, and then this little cutscene plays, and there's like this dead dog or a hybrid or something, and then something comes out of it, and we gotta slay the Midnight King, the Mirage of Bayagatoth, the starving one, the starving old one. So, about this, so he will come from this direction in front of us. I'm gonna keep looking around because I don't want to get jumped in case I am wrong, but I'm fairly certain he'll come from this door in front of us. So this guy, yeah, there he is. We kind of have to fight this guy in kind of a loser sort of way in order to beat him. He's kind of difficult, especially as his phases go forward. He's definitely a way more difficult boss than Shogoth. This guy, you have to like strafe while you're hitting, and every once in a while, if he like takes a little break, you have to do a dodge. And he'll also whip around and do a 180 occasionally, but that's okay. If it looks like it's getting close and dicey, I can just take a break. But something you do have to be aware of if you want to put distance between you and Bayagatoth is once you get him into phase 2, I believe, he'll charge you if he's too far from you. So keep that in mind. You basically kind of want to stay like in the same courtyard as him, and whenever he's moving between phases, you kind of want to get in some more lethal hits. Anyway, I'm trying my best to not get hit for a minute so that I can regen my health. So now he's going into phase 2, and I get in and I just lay down the hate, and then you back up as soon as he gets fully into phase 2, and I'm going to dodge around while I have the regen, and we've almost got him at half HP. He's kind of getting out of control with how fast he's going. Like I say, basically you just kind of strafe him, glide around, and make sure you can get your jump button in the way, or jump button so you can get out of the way of him. You got to be careful, because if you get like right up his ass, then he can sometimes whip around and bite you. So you want to get rid of him while, or you want to get your hits in while you're about at like about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock sometimes. I'm not trying to get my regen back up. I'm just trying to avoid getting hit for a minute. We're getting ready to go into phase 3, and we're actually handling this. This is probably my best attempt at this fight. So I'm chiseling through his HP while we still have a chance. We're getting him down pretty low. I'm dodging. I apologize if my commentary starts to fail as we get closer and closer. Again, just kind of harass that space bar or dodge button if you are able to get your controller to work, and just lay into him at an angle. Oh boy. Yo, we killed him. So, whew, that was a closey. Anyway, and then here's Kira telling you that was but a mirage. So you didn't kill like the real Bayagatoth or anything, but it was a fun little challenge. And once again, we got, that time it took 15 minutes, and I think we did pretty good. So we got one more secret to show you, and we'll be right back in 1 second with that. So, in order to unlock the last secret, which is called the Gallery of Light, what you gotta do is turn your gamma all the way up, and then you go back down, and then you hit play, and you start a new game, and then it turns your gamma back to normal, like with the dark secret, and then poof, you get popped into this little area called the Gallery of Light, and you can see a model of all of the things that were in the game. This here is Virgil. That would be the statues that we saved at, and then this character here we encountered a couple times. I believe I called him a dick a few times. This is what the dog mimic looked like. Fairly weird looking thing. It's kind of crazy how weird it looks from like the back or the sides. This is the old eyeless hobo who died with a smile on his face, and we got the Rat Man and Rat Man Woke, and then we have the Ghost Girl. This ghost model kind of reminds me of the Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion ghosts, and then this is what she looks like now. Looks kind of gross. You can see like the entrails coming out, and whenever that fucking dog pops up and says pet, I just and there's the baby looking weird. And then Dr. Pissanini or Piccanini, I don't know what you call him. I think I was calling him Dr. P. This is what he looks like. His legs are fucked up, and he's got his two rat boys down there with the golden eyes. And then here's Sotiris. I don't think he'll snap your neck. Nope. He's just chilling. And then this is that giant rat that was floating around in those sewers. This is 1/5 the scale, so whenever you see it in the game, it's 5 times bigger than this. And then here we have the mirror, and you can kind of take a look at what the characters inside of the mirror look like. I don't have the first fucking clue what they're supposed to be. And there's the leech, the ghost train, which is at half scale. This is those things that we shot at a good bit. And then on this side we have Flesh Ray, which we didn't get to see in the game, but that's a new game plus enemy. We've got Goobles in the back. These were the little hand things. And the Spitter, which we saw a lot of at the end of the game. And these Daddy Roaches, the ones that we shot at a whole bunch. And here we have Your Brain that talked a whole bunch, and this is what the Siren looks like, and this is his the enemy that pops out of his head. I just kind of want to look behind this guy. He looks kind of weird. And then we've got 2 little side rooms. Let's go in this one first. Nah, let's go in the other one first. That one's looking kind of eerie. So we've got the these guys from the Midnight Stuff. We got Wolf, a Greater Wolf, and then the Demon Wolf. And we got both the Shogoth and the Shogoth boss form. This one was from the regular game, and this one's from the boss part of the game. You can tell because it's got all kinds of swords and stuff sticking out of them. And then we've got the Priest here, and then this one that they call the Slug Priest. And then we can turn around over here and visit this model area. So we've got these crispy heads. I'm not sure. I'm going to assume that they're a New Game Plus enemy. And then the dog head, which is from the pound that we managed to avoid. And we got this dark winged man. He's looking pretty weird. And demo crispies are from the demo, but you can actually get them to show up if you turn randomized enemies on. And this is what the dog looked like in the demo, and you can kind of compare it to now. It was fairly low poly, except his vest is actually higher quality. You can see the abnormal, abnormal something clinic therapy dog. And then this one, you can't really tell what it says. And then here's what those spooky fellas looked like in the tunnel that we had ran into. And then we've got Bayagatoth here, the big tree. And then we've got his idol here, which showed up. I keep wanting to call it DLC, but in the tapes. Now, you may not know this, but there's actually a secret door. I believe it's like right behind Bayagatoth. And it's got his model for the regular stump here. And then you've got the starving Bayagatoth, which was the boss we fought. And then was like later the boss we fought, and then it was like later or earlier we had seen it in like pictures and stuff. This is the Dead Soul. I think we saw that a few times. I'm not sure quite where. And now I believe this room, yep, has another fake wall. And inside of it, we've got the wolf. This is the 5th child of Abaya. And we've got this wolf is a baby down here. Who's looking pretty weird. And this is what the... Whoa, the wolf tracking you with its head is so fucking weird. It looks fairly lethal. I'm just making sure that there's no more hidden walls. And then we got Bygatoth here, who almost looks like he has a face on his butt, but I don't think he does. Now, there is something else I was looking for. Yep, here's another hidden wall. I forgot that there was 3 of them. Now this has the followers of Baya. That's the guys we saw in the cutscene. And then it has the deadly sins here. And then including Daddy. This is the character that attacks you like while you're in the closet or whatever. So we had like Wrath, who I guess might have been your player character. Sloth was like the character that was helping us. And then we have all these people who were in those different little this and that rooms that we were in. So, you know, that's pretty cool. And then this guy here finally. Anyway, while we're in this room, I guess now would be as good a time as any for my normal closing thoughts. Once again, how many praises can I sing for Kira and their crew? Another impressive game made by the same old talented developer Kira. Had a lot of fun on this Let's Play and had a lot of fun on the initial play that I did of this game. We're going to be following this up with Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, and then we'll see some lore videos where we try to dissect these things a little bit more and try to understand what's going on in the grand scheme of things, because now we've got lore spanning several games and some music and shit like that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys had as much fun as I did watching as I did playing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.